All right, welcome everyone. This is playoff game number 1, the start of the playoffs here for Civ4 AI Survivors Season 8, playoff game 1, as I just said. We are looking at a really interesting matchup here. It is heavily broken down between two titans of AI Survivor, Mansa Musa and Pakal. The picking contest is split really evenly between one of these two winning. We have about 40% picking Pakal to win and about 40% picking Mansa Musa to win. It's very close between the two of them. And then there's just trace picks on the other leaders in this game. I have opted to go with Pakal just because his capital is amazing. Diplomatic situation is way better for Mansa Musa than Pakal. But and it'll be interesting to see what role religion plays in this game. And then second, there's no clear favorite for second place, and I believe Lincoln is the current favorite for first to die, but there was not really a runaway in that category either. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, what are the starting techs? Always important. Okay, if you're on Team Mansa, this is a good sign. He's opening with agriculture, not some stupid tech he doesn't care about. This is good. This is what he should be picking up. This is definitely going to help him, because he's got a double agriculture resource start here. Interesting. Gilgamesh potentially going for religion. Pakal not going for a religion here. Is Pakal on animal husbandry, out of curiosity? No, just hunting. Just hunting. Now that is... Does he even have a hunting... Huh. Out of all the tech choices he could have taken, I would not have thought hunting would be his first pick here. He's got an agriculture resource. He's got animal husbandry. He's got the cows. He actually has double resources, but he can't see the horses yet. And he's not going religion. Okay. Lincoln opening wheel is kind of odd. Not opening with animal husbandry, which I think would be the correct choice. And Gilgamesh is apparently going into a religion. Yeah, he's gonna almost certainly found a religion. Huh. Well, I don't know quite what the implications are. Oh, for his unique unit? Ah, that could be it. That's right. He does have his unique unit there, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. That's right, because it's resourceless. So yeah, that's why he leverages that. Interesting. Okay, and then as others mentioned in the chat, Elizabeth is opening with masonry research, which honestly is not terrible because she does get a lot of food from the fish. That's a 6 food tile. Well, 5 food tile until she builds a lighthouse. 5 food tile, I mean, this is a... What is this? When you improve this, this is a 3 production tile, and this is a 1... Okay, I mean, it's not great, but she does look like she's going a little bit wonder crazy. Maybe she does go monotheism. She'll have masonry from an early date. All right, well, already some interesting tech choices to discuss right out of the gate here. Masonry itself is good, but leads to bad things. Also, thanks for subscribing, Coding Cajun. All right, well, let's see. So, I mean, one of the things we will know is Pakal is going to hook up this gold tile instantly, so he should have really good research out of the gate, as long as he's smart enough to actually work the tile. Where are the settlers going? Okay, this is what I thought. I'm not very good at predicting where these settlers are going to go. I've actually been disastrously wrong in some games, but I did think that Hammurabi was going to send his settler west. So this is good news for Pakal, less good news for Mansa, and Mansa's also going west here. Okay, so Mansa's heading to the west, and this river valley, which is super critical, at least initially looks like it might get settled by Hammurabi here. So that means more space on the eastern side of the map. Gilgamesh is also going south with his settler. Lincoln is going southeast. That's probably good news for Gilgamesh that Lincoln is going southeast instead of south. And then Elizabeth is going north. Oh, I thought she would go south. I thought she would go either here or there's a big resource cluster here. Like, again, this is in the jungle. She can't work these tiles, but I thought she'd put her second settler here. No, she's going north towards Lincoln. Interesting. All right, well, let's see where they actually put the cities down. Has anyone settled yet? No, no one's settled quite yet. Doing some things I expected, some things I didn't expect here. All right, we have our first city down. Okay, so Gilgamesh, you know, for being in the jungle, he probably picked about as good of a spot as he could here, because Gilgamesh does start with agriculture wheel, and that means he'll be able to connect this corn tile. And that alone is enough to make this an okay city. In the distant future, post-calendar, post-ironworking, it's an amazing city. It has crazy commerce and food. But it's actually still semi-decent early just because it has this. Yeah, Sugartown indeed. Definitely Sugartown. No one else, so... And he's creative, so he'll pop the borders. Not that that does a ton of good, but... yeah, I mean, Gilgamesh's land is relatively low quality here, but, I mean, he got something out of his first spot. All right. So, Mansa has opted to settle this spot here, which is not great, not terrible. It's going to be a lot better when it pops its borders and it gets the dry corn. But it is on a river, and financial leaders being on a river is always nice. He picked up a floodplains tile. He'll get another floodplains tile on border expansion. I would say pretty solid. Pretty solid. About the only thing is strategically, it's kind of in the wrong direction because this is uncontested land. And look at this. Hammurabi has seized control of a very, very critical part of the map. And it's a very strong city. Floodplains galore, 3 in initial range, another 3 when the borders pop. Ivory here. Is he going to go hunting? We'll see if he ends up going hunting. What was the first tech he researched? Hammurabi, he's already stopped something. He picked up... Oh, no, he already did... Okay, he already went hunting. Sure enough, already went hunting. Does miss the pigs, yes. Bit of a waste to miss the pigs, but, I mean, a lot of floodplains, ivory, dry corn... Pretty good spot, and it locks Mansa out of some very juicy territory. In fact, if by some chance, so if Mansa gets another city down here, it's not that bad. Like if Mansa should secure this. If by some chance Mansa does not secure a city down here, I don't like the look of his land that much. If he doesn't get a city here, if for some reason he gets like limited to this area here, I'm not sure I like that. What I do like, though, is Mansa building a settler in his capital and not in his second city. I do like that. What is this worker doing right now? Just building roads? Okay, I guess he's waiting for agriculture to finish. I do like that he's building an early settler. As long as he sends the settler over here, I think he's okay in the early game. All right, other cities, because everybody's settled. Pakal is a very nice city here. Yeah, this is... pretty good. Now it's a dry city. It's, you know, there's no rivers here, but dry corn. He's got another. This will probably push him in the direction of animal husbandry because now he's going to have double cows and double corns. This will hopefully push him in the direction of getting agriculture, animal husbandry. I'm really curious where he goes after this hunting. It's a bit unfortunate for him. He went for hunting, but if he's smart enough to work the gold tile, he should power through the early text very fast. And there's a good chance this becomes a holy city because he'll probably research a religion relatively early too. All right. Lincoln is founded on the Plains Hill with floodplains tile. He can farm this for 4 food. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. Decent enough. And then Elizabeth founded this city, which is pretty good city, but it is towards Lincoln is the one downside. Still, build the early workboat, get hunting tech, connect this. Not bad. Not bad, certainly. But it is putting pressure on Lincoln and not Pakal, so that's, I guess, good news for Pakal there. Anyway, and yeah, secures Ivory, so I would say that's pretty good. Let me put it this way, I don't hate this opening for Lizzie. I will hate it if she just decides to build nothing but wonders, but she hasn't quite done that. Now, she isn't building a settler anywhere, so that's a bit of a problem. By the way, did Pakal start working the... Oh, no, he's working the floodplains. He's not working his gold mine yet. I'm wondering if he'll be smart enough to work that anytime soon. He's also building a monument, not a settler here. So who's actually building settlers? Mansa's building one, not especially fast, but he is building one. And Gilgamesh is building one. And a lot of these leaders are not. Usually the AI likes to slam a settler in their brand new size 1 city, but they're not doing that for some reason. Hammurabi going archery is pretty bad by him. Again, his unique unit's there, so he's going to emphasize it. Mansa could potentially do that too. All right, so Gilgamesh still on the religion. Pakal, let's see what he picks after hunting. And go from there. Gilgamesh is still on that. All right, we won't get to see the next choice just yet. I guess we have to advance one more turn. All right. Pakal's going for meditate. Okay, Pakal's doing a fast meditation. He's going to beat Gilgamesh to this. I wonder if this could be bad for Gilgamesh if he now slows down and goes for another religion after this. But, all right, so Pakal will definitely get this. He's working the gold tile, so he has excellent research. Look at this, 16 beakers per turn in the capital. That early gold tile is a really big advantage. So, like, 9 beakers Hammurabi, 9. Everybody else is right around 9. 11 for Elizabeth because she's working the water tile. 10 for Gilgamesh. And then Pakal's at 17. Like, the early gold tile, like, doubles your research. He should probably try to work the other gold tile too, but I guess he can't do that. So he'll clear meditation quickly. This will become a holy city, and then we'll see where he goes from there. So not a lot going on right now. We can next turn a little bit. Oh, is Mansa? Oh, Mansa's also on religion as well. Interesting. Oh, is Mansa going to get polytheism? I think he might. I think he might, because Gilgamesh is going to lose the religious race here. Gilgamesh might get locked out here completely. He's going to have like almost all of meditation done. And then I think, well, we'll see. It's going to be close here. So this is one thing. If Mansa Musa, like if he gets this religion, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it could be. The downside is he is spending an awful lot of time going for religious texts when he really, really needs bronze working to cut down all these trees. If he doesn't have bronze, like right now, he did finish agriculture, but like his worker is his worker building a farm? Where is his worker right now? I know he has one. Oh, his worker's in here. What is his worker doing over here? He needs to farm these. Like, this is a waste not to be improving these tiles. Anyway, Lincoln is rushing pottery tech for some reason. I don't know why that is. And Elizabeth, we're about to see where she goes after masonry. She is doing I mean, she's getting a lot of commerce, but that is not a fast settler. Not a fast settler, to say the least. Anyway. So I guess Pakal's building a lot. Yeah, Pakal, you need to get some food, buddy. All right, well, Pakal's going to get the first religion, and then we'll see where the dominoes go after this. So let's see which religion he picks. He picked Buddhism. We do have choose religions on, but he still picked Buddhism anyway. Mansa Musa still on mysticism. Now the question is going to be, what does Gilgamesh go to? And Elizabeth's flipped over to hunting for her ivory, no doubt. Her worker can now also start improving these tiles. Her settler build did improve significantly when she started working that tile. All right. Pakal does need to start a settler at some point. Let's see what Pakal goes next. All right, he went for agriculture. That's a smart choice. He also wasted a turn in anarchy. But that's a smart choice. He's got the double corn, as we said. All right, so Gilgamesh has opted to finish meditation, so it looks like Mansa is going to get the other religion, and Dejene will be a holy city. Okay. So our two big leaders are also both going to be have their own religions. So a huge portion of this game is going to be who spreads their religions more effectively. Also, Hammurabi is also now on early pottery as well. He needs... Actually, early pottery is not that bad. I would have liked animal husbandry here, but it's not that bad. Dejene is a bit... Yeah, Dejene is somewhat unfortunately placed, but it is on a river, so there is the possibility that the religious could spread down the religion could spread down the river and like pop up here, because these are coastal, like this is a coastal capital. So maybe he can get his religion to spread along that line, whereas Lakamba is inland. So Mansa might actually have better odds for the religion to spread here. That said, Lakamba is also a lot closer to London, but we'll see. Yeah, it's kind of bad in the long run, because it is a far away. It doesn't really claim him any tiles, but it does help this city pop its borders. All right, Mansa is now connecting his corn. That's good news for him. That's going to speed up that settler. And it looks like our first settlers... who's going to have this first settler done? Nobody's actually that close. Nobody has, like... I guess Washington's the closest to getting a settler done over here. Elizabeth going on to animal husbandry. Good. Lizzie's path through the tech tree has been pretty smart so far in this game. Let's see if Gilgamesh continues to stay on religion, because he's invested a lot, and he's not... It doesn't look like he's going to get a religion here. It's a bit unfortunate for him. All right, so Mutal is now belatedly going on to a settler. Probably better that it's being built in the capital as opposed to the second city. And that's not the fastest one. It's actually not a very fast one at all. But agriculture is going to finish, and then he'll be able to farm the corn tile, presumably. Where's the worker right now? Where did Pakal send his worker? I'm just curious. Oh, it's under the warrior. That's why I couldn't see it. Oh, he's mining. Okay, buddy. Why are you mining? You need more food here. He also really needs to build a worker here in Lakama. Maybe we'll see if he's smart enough to do that. Yeah, Liz will get her Plains cow up and running soon. It's true. A lot of people on animal husbandry. So Gilgamesh opted to stay out of the religious race. He did not continue onwards further. So Mansa's definitely going to get this religion. It's funny. If Gilgamesh had opted, when he went for the early religion, he picked meditation. If he had picked polytheism, or if Pakal had picked polytheism, they would have split the religions. But because they both picked the same one, he ended up getting locked out. Just a little example of RNG factors and how they do wild things. Yeah, Mansa's about to finish the second worker. I like it when the AI gets an early second worker. All right, we have Mansa just finished a settler, and there's one out here on the field from Lincoln. Lincoln's now going towards Gilgamesh. Let's see where he ends up taking. And Pakal went for the wheel, which is probably a good choice, so he can connect his cities together. This city of Lakuma is also going to claim a lot of territory. So there's still a surprising amount of space in this part of the map, and then the center of the map is still wide open too. All right. A lot of people in animal husbandry right now. Okay, so Lincoln is pushing directly towards Gilgamesh right here. Mansa, of course, does not have to burn a turn in Anarchy. And it looks like Mansa is going to get the spot that for pro-Mansa people were hoping. Looks like he's going to claim this spot down here, which I think is a good spot. Unless some absolutely bizarre result happens here with, I cannot imagine a skirmisher losing to a barb archer, but I guess it's like a 1 in 100, 1/10 of 1% outcome or something like that, I guess. Could potentially happen. And we are going to see we had Lincoln put his city down up here. Okay, I mean, it's got a agricultural resource, so it's not terrible. It's something. Is certainly vulnerable to being hit by Gilgamesh. Now, Gilgamesh just finished a settler, and I believe Elizabeth has one out as well. All right, so Elizabeth now heading to the southeast. She's probably going to grab this ivory, and Gilgamesh just finished one. Let's see where Mansa puts his. I think he's going to put his city either here or here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, his skirmisher was not really scratched by that. I mean, it's on the river, so anytime financial leaders get a city on a river, it's not bad. Double food bonuses, even if the Tundra Deer is not much of a food bonus. This is a solid city. It's never going to be amazing, but it's certainly not bad. And look, another early settler from Mansa. That's a good sign. He's going into settler expansion mode. So, and he's going to connect to, yeah, Mansa. Pretty solid early game. Oh, but this is bad. Ooh, this is bad. This is not what you want. He had a barb city is now founded in his back line, and it's on the gold tile too. That's a bad bit of RNG luck there. That is going to hamper his efforts to settle, I think. So there's definitely room for more cities here. But, yeah, great if he captures. But, I mean, it's going to take a long time to capture a city like this. Very good. And also spoils the... Yeah. Also blocks this. That, I mean, if by some chance Gilgamesh would capture this, that would be really bad. Anyway, we'll see. So some things going well for Mansa, some things maybe not going as well. All right, a second worker being constructed by Pakal is probably good. He's been a little slow to expand, but now oh man, look at this. He's working both gold tiles and the and the corn tile. Jesus, his research rate's got to be incredible. He's going Potter. He really needs to go animal husbandry. Why are you not going animal husbandry, buddy? But at least he kind of has to go there soon. He's not going to have much of a choice. He's going to knock out these techs really fast. Anyway, though, so yeah, he's a little behind in the expansion race. The good news for him is Hammurabi is kind of behind in the expansion race, too. Anyway, so Mansa jumps out to the current lead in score temporarily. Let's see where Liz and Gilgamesh are going to put their cities. Gilgamesh looks like he's going into the jungle. Elizabeth is heading in this direction as well. I wouldn't be surprised if she settles there, which is not a bad spot overall. Let's see. Nope, she's heading a little further over to the west. Gilgamesh, Hammurabi just finished his city. Gilgamesh is still marching his. Where is Gilgamesh's settler? Oh, it's up here. Okay. He's going further to the north. Okay. Lizzie just forward settling the world. Where is she going with this? Where is she going? She kind of walked down here and then turned and started walking to the left. Not quite sure what that's all about. Anyway, Mansa's only 3 turns away from another settler. And Mutal is just about to finish its... Meanwhile, looks like more workers. I do appreciate the extra workers coming out from Pakal. He has a lot of stuff to work on. So far, it's pretty close. I do wish for my sake that Pakal was expanding a little bit faster here. Where is... Wow, this is an odd path from Elizabeth. Again, she walked down here, and then she's turned, and now she's walked all the way over here. Is she just, like, trying to give Pakal more space to settle in? It's kind of weird. Pakal finally finished his settler, and now he's on a barracks. Hammurabi, where's Hammurabi? Okay, Hammurabi's settler is here, so we got to track where that's going. Gilgamesh ultimately settled in a spot that would be pretty bad if he wasn't creative. Fortunately for him, he is creative, so he'll pop borders and grab this. And Gilgamesh is on another settler as well. Hammurabi's building a granary. And Lincoln is building a lot of granaries too. I don't suppose, did Lincoln build another settler? No, he didn't. Okay. And Liz still has not settled yet. Where is this city going? All right. Oh, okay. Does she have animal husbandry? I believe she does. As Mansa picks up archery for his skirmishers. She does have animal husbandry. Okay. So she is like forward settling Lincoln so far, which is kind of interesting. And it looks like Pakal is actually going to get a city over here because I think he's ahead of wherever Hammurabi's settler is. Where is Hammurabi's settler? Hammurabi's settler is in Babylon, so it looks like they're both racing for this, but I think Pakal is probably going to be first. Let's keep the units highlighted here. All right. Now, Hammurabi does move first in turn order. Let's see. They might both be able to get cities over here. Nope. Pakal opted to settle first. Okay. So he does not claim the silver with this. Let's see if Hammurabi chooses to settle right up on top of him or not. Hammurabi seems to be going down into the tundra. Interesting. Yeah, Mansa's settler's done. Here it is. It's right here. It looks like he's settling this. I think he might be going for this clams resource, which is not a great place. There's also a barb city now in the center of the map. So that's going to hamper Hammurabi. This is a very annoying spot for Hammurabi, I think, in particular. Nice city if anyone can get it down the road. This is a beautiful spot for a financial leader. Pakal really just needs animal husbandry now. I have to imagine he's going to research it sooner. Did he just pick it up? Okay, he just researched it, yeah. So he's got all these resources. Now he just needs to grow his capital so he can actually work all these tiles. But you can drop one of the gold tiles to work another high food tile. And like this city is pretty nice too. He needs to improve the cows, but where are his workers? Why are they not improving the cows? Well, anyway. He'll improve these resources eventually. So Lizzie has already started her first wonder. She's on the Great Wall. This was one of the fears, was that she'd get tied up in too much wonder building. But she's building a settler up here, so that's not the end of the world. And by the way, there's quite a bit of territory still down here that's unsettled. Let's see where this bowman ends up. Let's see if they drop a city like right here. No, it turned around and went in this direction. Oh, man. Is Hammurabi just going to let Pakal settle everything? Well, Mansa got another city. I don't like this spot at all. I really don't like this city. It claims no resource. Like, what is he doing? Go claim the horse and the clams. He has to have that research. I don't understand this city at all. That's really weird. Yeah, Hadrian's Wall. Under construction. I don't get that at all. Well, I was liking Mansa's opening up until that point. I don't like that. And I don't know quite what Hammurabi is doing here. Okay, why this spot? All it did was it stole a cow away from the capital. Doesn't really contribute much of anything there. That's a very questionable spot. Anyway, let's see. So there's a settler about to finish from Gilgamesh. There's a settler also about to finish from Lincoln, and one that's almost done up there. Mansa's not building one right now. And Pakal would benefit from building some more. Would definitely benefit from building some more. Look at all these mines. Like, this is classic AI. Look at all these mines that he can't work because the city's not large enough. City has a happy cap of 7, buddy. Definitely would benefit from getting another settler done and just letting this city grow. A lot of production, but needs to finish improving these. I guess he's working on the horses tile. He's farming a floodplains. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty close. Mansa's about to get animal husbandry. Does he have any animal husbandry resources? Oh, he has the sheep over there. That's right. Yeah, and the AI won't declare war this early in the game. They have to get at least a little bit further along. Boy, these barb cities are really annoying for the AIs in that part of the map. So Mutal picked up, let's see what tile it picked up. We have to wait another turn to see what it grabbed on growth. This is much better looking. Yeah, well, the +6 food is much better looking. And he can grow into the Plains Cow, which is about to finish too. This is just such an insane capital. Really, really hard to say. Now he just has to build settlers. Will he actually build settlers, though, is always the question. Pakal not the best at expanding, but his economy is going to be so good, it's going to be hard for him not to. Gilgamesh built another settler. I guess he's going to go settle this little peninsula to the west, I think. There's like one barb hanging out there. Mansa's on double settlers here. Hammurabi finished bronze working. He does not appear to have copper. He has a lot of units. Where are your settlers, buddy? You don't have any settlers either. It's like Pakal and Hammurabi and just not really expanding. Lizzie's building a wonder and she's still expanding better than you. Pretty wild. All right, so Gilgamesh settled in a spot that's not especially great. Elizabeth just picked up bronze working. Both Mansa and Pakal are on bronze working, although Pakal has copper and I believe Mansa does not have copper. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I guess it leaves room for a city there, which is not the worst. But, I mean, if it's not working the rice tile, it's a pretty bad spot overall. Still a lot of space in the center of this map. Oh, we now have another barb city in the center here. Yeah, this is a map with very little copper. I remember people posted about that. I think people said that there's only a handful of coppers on the map. There's one way up here. Probably won't get settled until people have iron working anyway. This one's deep in the jungle. No one's going to have that. And then the only other one on the map is the one that Pakal has, I think. Oh, Pakal's going early Stonehenge. Okay. Kind of wish he was building more settlers, but he will knock out Stonehenge very fast, and then that'll get him a profit for his shrine. So, I don't know. Still don't love that build, but he's at least building a settler up there. Mansa is actually expanding better. As we said, he already has 4 cities, and he's on double settlers, so good for you, Mansa. Popping out. Yeah, the double agriculture resources are definitely helping him. But I'm not sure quite where he sends. Oh, he's building Stonehenge in a size 2 city. I mean, he can settle up here. There's still some room over here. After that, though, he's going to have to do something about these barb cities, and I don't know that he has any resources that really let him do that. I mean, he has horses. He'll be able to build chariots, but they're not exactly great against archers. Now, Elizabeth had a settler that was walking around, and... oh, here it is. It's still right here. See where she drops this one. There's the Great Wall finishing. So, you know, for all the barbarians that she needs to keep out. Lincoln also grabbed the city. Now, Lincoln, what is this city? Someone tell me the purpose of this city. Somehow he manages to ignore the fish. Does he have bronze working, just out of curiosity? I'm assuming he does not. Okay, he does not. He doesn't even have mining tech, so he doesn't know that the copper is there. But like, wow, did this city manage to miss everything? This is the real poverty point. Again, the real poverty point here. Something like that. This city's gonna, yeah, pop its borders. Not that there's much in the second ring there. So yeah, we're just kind of chilling. I'm curious where Mansa's gonna send his double settlers. Building another worker here. Link Clown. Now, Pakal's on masonry. He might be going for another religion, which could be... nope, not yet. Not yet. Which could be bad for him, honestly. Could be. Apparently, he just whipped Stonehenge to completion or some... or, wait, did he cancel the build? Oh, no, he canceled the build. I guess because he's... wait, how are barbarians causing problems for you, buddy? Like, how is this an issue? How is this a thing? You literally have a resourceless unique unit. How is this a problem for you? Classic AI shenanigans. Anyway, so Lincoln's building another settler. Gilgamesh is building another one. And Mansa has a settler out on the board. And another one that's just finishing. Did he actually allow himself to get pillaged here? No, not yet. I don't know why he... but apparently he stopped building... no, wait, what? He switched Stonehenge over to this city now? What the heck? And Hastings was built here right on the border. Hastings could actually be a potential culture flip risk if Stonehenge builds in Lakama. It's going to be culturally crushed to like a ridiculous extent. Anyway, I don't know what's going on here with Pakal. He built almost all of Stonehenge and then stopped and then started building it in another city. So now it looks like Stonehenge might get built over here, but did Hammurabi build a settler? Okay, he did build a settler before he started that Stonehenge build. Now it looks like Hammurabi's going to get Stonehenge. Just some very wild, very wild decisions here. At least there's another settler under production here. Where did Mansa send his settler? He hasn't settled it just yet. It looks like there... Oh, he has 2 of them. Double settlers walking around here. One of them unescorted, which is always a choice. Which is always a choice, to be sure. And then where's Pakal's settler? Okay, Pakal's settler... Did he just... Where's the one he just finished? He just finished one. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's good or bad news that the Buddhist monastery is going down here, because Pakal does need to spread his religion. So I don't know if that's good or bad that he's opting for the early religious spread. All right. So here... Okay, so... Lincoln just picked up Pakal's religion. Now, that could be significant. As we said, Pakal needs to make friends. Anything that does that. He also looks like he might be going for the other religion here. Yep, he's going to knock out this other religion here. Bit of a shame for him. That does not look like he's going to get Stonehenge here. Yeah, Pakal's picking up another religion. And he is getting some more settlers. All right, so Mansa settled right here. Not a great spot, but it does claim stone. A little bit of a weak spot, but he is settling well. Just went on this Temple of Artemis, though. And Liz has put one of her cities on pyramids, so that's a thing. All right, and we're 50 turns in. So Pakal does not have a 3rd city down, but he is about to settle one. He also has barb axes walking around. I wonder if he has any chance to capture one of the barb cities. Let's go ahead and reveal the map, and we'll zoom out and get our usual turn 50 screenshot. Interesting game so far. No, that Stonehenge is close, but it definitely looks like it's going to be finished by, what's his name? Hammurabi, which is probably a good wonder for him, too. The barbarians that walked in and caused the Stonehenge cancel here was actually pretty significant in this game. Let's look at our graphs real quick. GMP, Pakal's ahead, unsurprisingly. This is kind of surprising, though. Is that Gilgamesh in 2nd? That's Gilgamesh in 2nd on GMP. Huh. Why is his GMP so high? Is it just culture? Surprised by that. Production, Pakal and Elizabeth are tops. Food is pretty close amongst everybody. I think Mansa is slightly in the lead there. Power, Gilgamesh is lagging. I guess it's creative culture. And the culture is pretty close here. Is there another Pakal settler? I think there's just one. I think this is the only one that he has out on the board right now. Yeah, just has the one, although he is building another one in Chichen Itza. Of course, there's another settler under production right here, too. In terms of research rate, I'm sure Pakal's the leader. Hammurabi's at 13. Mansa's at... Oh, Mansa's only at 10. A little low. Elizabeth's at 14. I guess it's not that bad. Pakal's at 19. I guess it's not that bad. No one's really that high in terms of research. Yeah, and so we're just kind of waiting for the map to continue to get settled. There is another Mansa settler over here. All right, I thought he would go a little further west than that. He's kind of packing these in. Largest civilization. It's kind of funny to see Pakal listed as 2nd, but it's because he got all that holy city culture earlier. And it looks like Stonehenge was finished in Babylon. Pakal got a lot of, well, actually not that much fail gold there. I missed the latest Lincoln city. Yes. Well, he just settled it. Okay. Yeah. He dropped this in the middle of the map. That's certainly a bit of an aggressive location. A little bit of an aggressive spot. I mean, if he can hold that, that's nice. But he definitely grabbed a fair bit of territory there. Anyway, I don't suppose anybody's plotting war. No. The only one I think who would be Pakal, and he is not. So Pakal's going to get another religion, and then we'll see what he does with it. He has spread his religion to his cities thus far. Or something like that. He's certainly building a lot of axes over there. All right. Again, another conversion to Pakal's religion. Let's look at the Diplo real quick just to see what that's doing in terms of flipping people. So there's definitely a lot of unhappy faces here. Here's how people feel about Pakal. So Mansa doesn't like him. Has not managed to get anyone else higher than cautious thus far. We'll see if the we care for our brothers and sisters of the faith affects that. But overall, Elizabeth's the worst enemy of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is the worst enemy of Elizabeth and Lincoln. That's unsurprising. Mansa and him don't like each other, but Mansa and Pakal don't border each other. So definitely some annoyed faces here. Could be an East-West split on religion. Could be. I'm really curious what Gilgamesh... Hammurabi's probably the key player, is what he gets in terms of religion. He is a lot closer to... He's closer to the holy city for Buddhism, but it certainly would not be shocking if Mansa's religion got over there. Well, curious to see who's the first one to get open borders and then start flooding them with missionaries. I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them tried to get the religion to spread. Anyway. And Pakal's city ended up down here. It's okay. Like, it has a little food. It's not great by any means, but it's something. Still, if he gets like one more city up here and then settles the southeast corner, I think he's going to be pretty competitive in terms of land. Anyway, he's also building a lot of axes right now and double settlers. All right, Mansa is done with the settlers. Mansa's wonder building right now. And then we had a settler that was being built by, yes, over here by Hammurabi, who's also researching ironworking, by the way. All right, so Judaism was founded. Oh, this could be kind of bad for Pakal. His other holy city is very close to Hammurabi, so he might flip Hammurabi into his minority religion, which could be bad. Could be kind of bad for him. We'll see how it spreads. Again, how religion spreads is going to be really important in this game. All right. So we almost have a pyramids build finished for Elizabeth. Gilgamesh also looks like he settled another city. So he settled for copper right here. And he's about to be able to hook that up. He actually needs ironworking pretty badly. The problem for Gilgamesh is he's almost out of room to expand here. He would definitely be helped if he could take a Barb city. This Barb city has already lost one of its defenders. I think the the bowmen are actually killing some of the defenders in here, because bowmen get the attack bonus against archers. So they're actually having some success here at killing a few of the... I mean, another Barb archer was just built, but somebody will get this sooner or later. Gilgamesh, if he connects the copper, might have a shot at it. Could be interesting. This city has not really seen much aggression yet. I guess, never mind, I'm wrong. The Barb archers have some promotion, so they have been killing some things. And then Elizabeth has like a ton of chariots and warriors. All those multiple city raider warriors trying to capture this. The city would just be auto-raised, at least until it hits size 2. Then the problem for this city is it's on a hill. It's just so much harder to take the cities that are on the hill. Also, early monarchy from Pakal. Wow. He must have wines somewhere. Yep. That's a nice tech to go for. He's also got the oracle, so... yeah, he could potentially slingshot something like theology if he wanted to. That would be interesting. He still doesn't have fishing tech yet, but he could potentially slingshot that. All right. I suspect he's going to get the oracle because I don't see anyone else building it. And we almost have the pyramids done by Elizabeth, so we'll see if she can leverage that. Right now, it's pretty tight in score between these top three, although I think Gilgamesh's score is being propped up by being creative. I don't think Gilgamesh is in as strong of a position. I do think that Pakal and Mansa are in the strongest position here. Also an oracle build from Mansa, but I don't think he can beat Pakal at this monster capital. Yeah, wines for +1 happiness and hereditary rule would really open up this capital, because the only thing holding it back right now is happiness. Like, there's just not enough happiness. But like, if he gets early hereditary, he could be in like turn 65 hereditary rule, and he could get his capital up to like size 12 by turn 70 or something. That would be utterly insane. Anyway, I think we had... Okay, so Lizzie put a city here, which I think is a place that... Yeah, Pakal, I think, was trying to settle there. So that's potentially significant. We'll see if he falls back on... He'll probably just settle right here. So Elizabeth gets the pyramids. As Lincoln finally finishes bronze working. Lincoln looks pretty weak in this game, I have to say. His settlements are... Oh my god, Lincoln. What? What is this, buddy? What do you think is going to happen? Are you trying to get Gilgamesh to go fight you? My god. Anyway. Barb City. Okay, yeah. And then a Barb City pops up in Pakal's back lines. That's probably not as... That's not as bad for him, because Like, it's pretty far away, but it will delay him settling there for at least a little while. He also has a settler over here. Okay. I mean, I guess that's an okay spot. And he still has another settler over here as well. So Manta rushed out to all those cities. He did slow down this pace of expansion a little bit. Pakal has kind of caught up with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think another city is about to get dropped right over here. 6. All right, so yeah, that equals with 6. And Pakal just, we can see he picked up metal casting. Okay, that makes total sense. He's got the gold. So he slingshotted metal casting, and now he's going to build the forge for more happiness, and he'll be in hereditary rule for even more happiness. Looking pretty good. Meanwhile, Mansa Musa is only now getting pottery tech, and he still has 1 billion forests at his capital. Again, like, look at the tiles Mansa's working. He has a lot of production, but the commerce is just not quite there because he's got so many forests at the capital. Yeah, likely to get the silver too. Well, the Holy City does not produce culture because he's in Buddhism, but he probably will. Chichen Itza's culture probably does claim that before Durakura Galzu. I'd say it's been a pretty effective opening for Pakal. He certainly can keep expanding. He has room for another city up here too. And diplomatically, his situation is slowly improving as a result of religion. He's got Gilgamesh to pleased. He's starting to tick up with both Lincoln and Elizabeth. Cautious at +3. I mean, he probably has to get up to about +5 or probably about +5 or 6 to get to pleased with Lincoln, but it's possible. And again, Lincoln's just not a very... But, like, is Lincoln going to run across the map to fight Pakal? I don't think so. Like, Elizabeth still doesn't have any border tension with him. I don't know. I still think Pakal's in pretty good shape. I mean, Mansa's not in bad position either, but we'll see how the war declarations go. I really think it's good for Pakal that he got his religion to spread to Elizabeth and Lincoln. He really should try to get his religion to spread now to what's his name, to Hammurabi. Mansa's actually somewhat isolated in terms of religion. Mansa is still leading in score though, so like you never can sleep on him. He is still leading in score. So for the moment, I guess we should check in and see if anyone's plotting war just yet. Okay, he is not. Pakal, I would not expect up. Well, that is one thing that could torpedo his game, is an early war. That could be... Pakal, I would like your situation a lot more if you just sit back here and build settlers for a little while, but apparently he's plotting war. That's maybe not such a good decision there. How about Hammurabi? He is not plotting war. And Lincoln is not plotting war. Okay. That is about the one thing that could sabotage his game, would be if he... Now, the only target that I think makes sense would be to hit Hammurabi, because Elizabeth he could potentially flip into an ally. That said, Hammurabi's tops in power. I mean, there's not really a good target for him to go after. This could be a bit of a mistake. The smart thing to do would just be to keep settling and teching and just get ahead of everybody in tech. He also has some units outside this Barb City, but because it's on the hill, it's going to be tough to capture. Does Elizabeth have... Oh, good question. Does she... does she? Oh, good... Barb City captured by the English. Okay. That means that city's probably just going to be culturally crushed between Hammurabi and Gilgamesh. Was this just... Did she just have one random warrior walk into the city? Oh, man. Hammurabi should have gotten this. Look how many units Hammurabi had here. But yes, Elizabeth, she is researching ironworking, and she has iron, so she'll be okay. People are saying they think Pakal's going to attack Hammurabi. He might very well. Good news for Hammurabi is this city's on a hill. And then Gilgamesh is definitely targeting this Barb City, but he doesn't have metal units connected. He's also walking a settler down right here. So I guess he's about to settle in this region too. Yeah, he's about to settle here. He finally has metals connected. He's building some... Vultures are actually very good against archers. Not good against axes, but good against vultures. Or good against archers, so... Okay. Maybe he's going to try to culture flip this city. Is he going representation? Okay. Not hereditary rule. Yeah, I will... Oh, wow. What is this? What is this? Well... Okay. That is a choice, settling there. That's a choice, to be sure. Yeah, definitely increases the odds that Gilgamesh or Pakal is looking at Hammurabi here. Anyway, he just discovered hereditary rule, so I suspect he's going to flip into whatchamacallit. Or it's discovered monarchy, so he's probably going to flip into hereditary rule. I'm still wondering what the heck is going on with part of this. Look how close it is between Mansa and Pakal on the leaderboard right now. Again, Pakal is stronger right now, but he does have the chance to really mess up his game diplomatically. Because he could easily find himself in a 2v1 here if he's not careful. And should be very careful about starting wars. It does look like he's plotting as Mansa builds not one of the game's more important wonders. And then Pakal goes into hereditary rule. So now he has tons of happiness. We'll see if he uses this effectively. Oh, also organized, going organized religion. Also a nice call because now he'll be able to spread his religion more effectively. He can just build the missionaries. The AI is much better at spreading its religion when it's in organized religion. Anyway, so we still have this Barb City that's getting a lot of attention from various AI leaders. But because it's on the hill, it really requires swords to capture this, or like an equal unit. Hammurabi has like his army up here. I guess he's going to go for the Barb City. And this city down here is looking pretty exposed. These tiles are probably going to flip in a turn or two as well. Well, no, it'll be able to hold its first string. Hammurabi converted. Okay, this is the wrong religion for Hammurabi to flip into. Now he's practicing a religion that no one else in the world practices. Not a good decision on Hammurabi's part here. We go back to the graphs here. So, yeah, Lincoln's up to +4 now with Pakal. Elsewhere, let's see. Mansa is mostly well liked, except he's not well liked by these two. Mansa's only cautious with Hammurabi though, which is interesting. Hammurabi's cautious towards him. Yeah, they're actually, that the fact that he didn't pick up Mansa's religion is pretty noteworthy in this game. Hammy first to die stocks are up. Yeah, it does. That is looking a little better. And this appears to be where Pakal's stack is. Note that Babylon is not well defended. There is a potential where he runs in and snipes the capital. I don't think it's high odds, but it is possible that could happen. I think the smarter thing to do would be to just capture this city and flip it right at the start, because it barely even controls its own first string tiles. Anyway, let's see if anybody else is plotting. So Mansa is not plotting war. Gilgamesh is not, somewhat surprisingly. Elizabeth is not. Hammurabi is not. And Lincoln is not. Okay, so Pakal's the only one who seems to be plotting war. Oh, he didn't have ironworking, huh? I didn't even realize he didn't have ironworking yet. I thought he did. Well, he's going to be at medieval military tech relatively quickly. He also really should found another city up here. Kind of wasteful for him to be building up. Like, just imagine if Pakal, like, just settled another city here for the ivory and the fish, and then he captured the Barb City, and then he tossed another city down here, and, like, did that before looking to go on the warfare. His position would just be so much stronger. Or if he just waited until he had catapults, right? Like, attacking pre-construction is usually a mistake. He's probably going to have to head there soon, though, as he's kind of researched all the ancient era techs. Pakal building a random galley for some reason. I mean, his workboat got scared away by the barbs. He's got to go protect it, I guess. Anyway, down here, this Barb City is getting low. Gilgamesh is killing some of the defenders. He's got more vultures coming in. And then this other Barb City looks like it's holding out a bit better. Looks like he tried to attack with that vulture and it didn't succeed. So getting low there, but not quite able to succeed. Mansa Musa found another city on the coastline there. So Mansa's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities overall. Lizzie's building Great Lighthouse, which is well, I was going to say a good wonder for her. She doesn't actually have that many cities on the coastline, though. She only has 2. And Gilgamesh really needs to get to ironworking so he can cut down all this jungle, but he's a ways away from that. He's still only on masonry tech. As I said, that's a nice wonder for her. It's gonna will definitely help out her economy. Where Lizzie decides to, what she decides to do in this game is pretty noteworthy. She's all up to +4 with Bakal. If Bakal did not have such a low peace weight, he'd actually be in the dream situation because he'd have Lincoln and Elizabeth as religious allies. But not quite. Again, I don't know what the number has to be to get them to flip over to pleased. Lincoln cannot declare it pleased. Elizabeth can. But, yeah, I mean, getting closer to being pleased for what that's worth. I don't suppose she's plotting war by any chance. She is not at the moment. Bakal still... Okay, I mean, he's building up here, it looks like. Appears to be where he's... If we're curious about power rating... He's at the top, so the Hammurabi's right there too. It's actually Mansa who's last in power right now. So Apache's down to just one archer left. So if this vulture promotes and captures it, there's another settler over here. Does look like Gilgamesh might be getting drawn into conflict with Mansa, maybe? Especially if he takes this Barb City. Alright, he was able to capture it. Basically, the longer this game goes without war starting, is the better it is for Pakal. Because the closer it look like... Oh, well, never mind. He's on the move right now. He had a stack in Chichen Itza. It appears to be moving, from what I can see. There's also a stack here in Uxmal. As I said, the longer it takes, the better his position. But I think he is not waiting, which is probably bad for him. But he's definitely starting to open up a score lead. Yeah, this stack is right here. I think this stack's going in next turn. I think. Oh, wait, what is this? Hammurabi has double settlers here? What the heck? Mansa's tech rate's starting to increase a bit. Yeah, he has a settler right here. Well, let's see. I think Bakal is going in. Wait, what is this? Is there a Barb City down here? No. Like, what is going on here? Why why are these two stacks confronting each other in the tundra? It's so weird. I don't quite understand that. But anyway, there's only one Barb City left, and these archers are pretty well promoted, so it's a little tricky for them. All right, well, we'll continue to watch to see if these two... No. Got bounced back by that stack, apparently. Hammurabi's managed to get a decent number of cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not the highest quality cities, but that's something. Did Pakal cancel his war plotting, just out of curiosity? He still says we have enough on our hands, but he's building like walls and a galley and a library. Was he building a library somewhere? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Again, he should really just go kill the Barb City. Would definitely be a better play here. Raiding one turn. Yeah. Raiding, of course, lets him sign open borders. Yeah, he's on math. Okay, Gilgamesh now flipping to Mansa's religion will increase his tension with his eastern neighbors, make him a little bit more inclined toward being... Yeah, he's now up to cautious with Mansa, but he's now annoyed with Elizabeth and annoyed with Lincoln. So, by the way, Mansa does not really like anybody in this game that much because nobody shares his religion except Gilgamesh. He's still cautious at +3, so that's definitely a nice religious spread there. That said, they have an awful lot of border tension, so I wouldn't bet the farm on them remaining friends. I feel like this game is about ready to like explode in terms of how the game's playing out. I don't think it's much longer until the first wars start. Again, I wish for Pakal's sake he wasn't plotting war, but he is. He's not researching that fast, even though he has the double gold house there. He's definitely out in front of the field in terms of... okay, well, he is going construction, early construction. That does bode well. If by some chance he could get ivory, he would then also maybe have elephants, but... Okay. Bakal wanted to go for Mansa and was blocked by that settle. Oh, maybe that's right. And Lizzie got the disputed Barb City. Interesting. You think he was going for... I think he was going for Mansa, but then he got blocked by that settle. Huh. That could be... Could be if he was trying and now he doesn't really have a path. Well, that would be really silly if he was going for Mansa. It's possible, though. If like he ends up walking completely around the map, that would certainly be something. Liz is going to found her own religion here. She's going to be the first to Code of Laws. Problem for Pakal is he hasn't founded more cities. He's like stuck on a low number of cities here. It's his biggest issue at the moment. But as I've said, the longer he is before he starts... I mean, Elizabeth has managed to get a little more territory than I thought she would get down here. After her first settler went north, she has managed to settle this whole area, and there's still this little room for another city here that's not being taken. Okay, yeah, he kind of... He's still apparently plotting, but he's also building libraries in like every city. So, not sure that he's really going that hard. Did he manage to sign open borders with any? No one has open border. Okay, no one is. Oh wait, we just saw. Apparently somebody's declaring war on someone. Okay. So no, he did start a war with Hammurabi. All right, our first war of the game. At least he was smart enough not to attack Elizabeth, who has his religion. All right. I'm sure he got a -1 for you declared war on our friend. Yeah, I'm sure of that. Okay. Let's look at the power situation between these two. I think it's pretty comparable. Neither one seems to have a big edge between the two of them. So we'll see. By the way, Elizabeth slipping into second place is noteworthy. Now, if Elizabeth were to dogpile in on Pakal, that would certainly kind of torpedo some of his chances. All right, so this is his mini stack. Now, I don't understand why this stack has moved in. Well, there's a much larger stack right behind. Could have definitely sniped this city if he'd moved his whole stack there. Mance is also going monarchy. That's true, and that's a good pickup for him. I mentioned how that's really helping Pakal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities. Not bad. Pakal only has 6 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Pakal's land is great. He went into war plotting mode a little too early in this game. Like right now, Pakal's in good shape, but I'm not sure if he's... I worry that he went into war mode too early and that he didn't get enough cities here. All right, where's Hammurabi? Hammurabi's definitely got a... Yeah, Hammurabi is a pretty good stack here. And, like, there's basically nothing here. Did you think this through, Pakal? Are you sure? Are you sure you thought about this? Whether this was a good move or not? Because you've got a stack down here, but, like, this is one of your core cities, and you have no walls and, like, 3 units here. Not sure that that was maybe the best decision there, buddy. Because this does not look like it worked for you. All right, so that's Elizabeth founding that religion in the middle of nowhere. I hit the wrong hotkey here. Bowman will shred anything Pakal brings. Well, I mean, he's definitely going to capture this city. The problem is he's trading it for one of his core cities up here. He is going to get catapults, though, which may be enough to make the difference. But, I mean, this city's going to fall, and then that city down there looks like it's going to fall. But, like, that's not a good trade for Pakal. That's one of his best cities up there. Like, that's a core city. This is just some tundra nonsense plant. Like, those cities are going to get traded, but... Or are they? He didn't even capture that? Oh, man. This is not a good sign for Pakal at all. He's just straight up losing 1v1 to this guy. It was a desert city. It was still one of his core cities, though. Oh boy, Pakal. Why is it everyone I pick is always such a failure at warring? Oh my god, he knocked the city down to 1 unit. Now he's like, well, time to sit back and heal my stack. And meanwhile, Hammurabi shoves 5 more units in there. Oh boy. Hammurabi, or Pakal. Certainly not taking good advantage of this situation here. Not taking good advantage of the situation at all. Oh boy. Well, let's see if anybody else is plotting. Elizabeth is certainly not. Mansa is not. Hammurabi's in a war. Gilgamesh I would expect to be by now. He is. And Lincoln is not. So who is Gilgamesh most likely to attack here? Well, he doesn't like Elizabeth and he doesn't like Lincoln. I think he has quite a bit of border tension with Lincoln. Could be Elizabeth, though, because there's this city right here. Let's see if we can find where he might be plotting with his stack. It could also be one of the peoples he's cautious with, too. Every sign this season. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know why Pakal decided to go into war plotting mode so early in this game. He could have easily built 3 or 4 more cities. He just decided he was going to go into war plotting mode immediately. Now this attack is not likely to work here. Not against a city that has 40% cultural defenses, but I mean, this attack on Civ4 did not work, and in the process, so the only thing Pakal's done is he's lost a city. Again, his land quality is great, but he only has 5 cities. Like, he literally only has 5 cities, so that is a problem. He needs to get up to about 10. Like, Hammurabi has significantly more cities than he does. And this City Raider's sword stack actually killed a decent number of the defenders. So, I mean, he's leading in score for now, but I would say I think Mansa's position is quite a bit better from where he is right now. Okay, so that Hammurabi stack kind of got wiped out, but it certainly did some damage before that. All right. Well, that time the Mayans were able to capture the city. Now, can they hold this for any length of time? That I don't know. I kind of suspect this is going to get recaptured pretty quickly. The one thing that Pakal has going for it, and you can see Mansa's now hopped ahead of Pakal because he's literally double the size at the moment. He's literally like double the size. And it's not like Pakal's been getting attacked by his neighbors. He is the one who started this war. All right, I was trying to see if I could spot where Gilgamesh is building a stack, but I don't see just yet. So we'll just continue to watch the fighting here. I think Civ4 is just going to get instantly recaptured. Yes, that's exactly what happened. So just got taken right back. Again, not a great war so far. Pakal's going to have construction done, so that'll be a big help. But not much of a. Not a great conflict so far. He needs to get to like the next generation of military tech because he's fighting. He's ahead of Hammurabi in tech, but they're fighting with the same units right now. Okay, and Gilgamesh going after Lincoln in this game. Again, good news for Mansa Musa. Good news for Mansa Musa. Subpar capture of Civ4. Let's see what we're working with here. If the city finishes walls, it should be able to hold. Obviously, neither of them have catapults just yet, but it looks like it might not have them. I mean, the defenders in here are actually not that great. The chariots don't get defensive bonuses. The spears are only good against... There's no chariots attacking, so the spears are kind of useless. It's really just the one axe, and that's about it. Yeah, this is actually a really poor stack for defending against vultures. So I think that there's a good chance this does get captured. Well, it did not actually finish it. Some of the units attacked. I think if they had all attacked, they would have taken the city. Oh, maybe they got attacked by a different... I think maybe they got attacked by some other units. In any case, Atlanta might be able to finish the walls. But yeah, there's more Hammurabi units coming in. Pakal is overbuilding Hulkins. He's building a ton of Hulkins, and these units are horrible against swords. Like, they're just terrible. Does Hammurabi even have horses connected? I guess he does. But, I mean, this is certainly not that impressive in terms of what he's building thus far. Keep an eye on Atlanta here. Yep, it was captured. Okay. I thought that the defenders were the wrong defenders to defend against what Gilgamesh was running there. Yeah, Mansa's on currency. He just finished it. Pakal and Elizabeth are running through calendar. There's a great general chariot in here. Like, why is it all Hulkins and chariots? Why not build some real units, buddy? You have better... And what? What is this? What, you have this one unit that Hammurabi does not have, who, by the way, is on theology for some reason, and your decision is to run a chariot by a catapult by itself off into the tundra with no units supporting it. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? What are you doing? Pakal has started to slip in score, and I do feel like his game is starting to fall apart here. He went into war. So like, what happened? He went into war plotting mode way too fast. He stopped after 6 cities when he easily could have had 10, and he declared war on a neighbor who was equally strong in power. Now he's running a great general out to just die for no reason. Like, what is he doing? Is Gilgamesh on construction? He might be. No, he's on calendar, which does make some sense because he has a lot of calendar resources. But like, what a botched situation from Pakal. Everything in the world was working in his favor. He even converted both of his neighbors to his religion. Well, two of his neighbors, Lincoln and Elizabeth. Like, he even had the diplomacy starting to go in his way, but then he just decided to stop expanding and just hurl a stack of units at his neighbor while losing one of his cities in the like, he's not even winning this war 1v1. Like, he's actually, look at this. Like, what the heck is this? He's way behind in power. He's actually last in power now. What is he doing? Like, what is this? How can I curse my... I've only gotten the leader pick, the winning pick right one time this season. I don't know how I can curse them so badly. Whoever I pick just, like, curls up into a fetal crouch the entire season. I don't get it. I really don't get how I can pick this badly. Again, my pick has won a whole bunch of times in alternate history. It's just whatever game we run on stream, whatever I pick is absolutely cursed. Anyway, okay, so in terms of GMP, you can see that Mansa is starting to take the lead now. I really think that this game is swinging Mansa's way really, really heavily at this point. Bakal's first in production, but like, he's not doing that great in... here's $5 for not cursing my pick. He's not as strong in food, and then in power, just like what was this? Like, what are you doing? How are you fighting this incompetently? Again, I'm telling you, it's because he's building Hulkins and chariots, which are terrible against swords. Like, dude, what are you doing? He's way ahead in tech, and he's still managing to lose. Really impressive. He probably needs to pick up feudalism here. I know Pakal's notorious for under-expanding. I know, but it shouldn't have been that hard. Anyway, so this is not going well for him at all. Like, he's just straight up losing 1v1 to Hammurabi in this game. He's still the most advanced Civ, but if he can't translate that into military power, it doesn't matter. Also, the fact that he has not been able to take and hold this city is really incredible. All right, so anyway, elsewhere, we still have this war ongoing. Gilgamesh took the first city from Lincoln. Then the other question is, hi, Nabaxo, if anyone else would be plotting war. Mansa's not. Elizabeth is plotting war. Okay. Now, she can plot war at pleased. So she could be declaring war on Lincoln. She's cautious with Pakal. Cautious. She's +5, but she's cautious. And she likes Mansa. So I guess Gilgamesh would be the most likely target for her war plotting. And then that's about it in this game. By the way, Lincoln looks pretty weak in this one. Elizabeth looks pretty strong. Yeah, I mean, if Liz comes crashing in here on the other side, then Pakal's, you can stick a fork in him. He's 100% done. I think he's in a lot of trouble even just in the one. He's in a lot of trouble even in just the 1v1. He's having trouble just holding Chichen Itza here against this stack of swords. Pakal finished the hanging. Okay, finished the hanging gardens. Well, like I said, I sure can curse my picks this year. I think that Elizabeth's going for Gilgamesh, though. My Elizabeth pick to be first to die is not looking too hot in this game. Pakal's been going in the other direction. All right, well, Hammurabi did throw away a stack on Chichen Itza there, so I guess that's good for Pakal. And Gilgamesh is clashing up here, but I don't see a stack from either Gilgamesh or Lincoln. By the way, thanks for subscribing, Draggle. See, I think Liz is going to attack Gilgamesh based on where she's moving these units. I think. So we could have a Gilgamesh first to die pick looking solid here. But I mean, the winner of all this, as we know, it's Mansa Musa. He's not fighting. He's just econing, which is what I was hoping that Pakal would do. But Mansa's like, no, I'm just going to econ over here in the corner. And I'm content with that. The one piece of good news for Pakal is that Hammurabi is determined to keep throwing these city raider swords into Chichen Itza's defenses. Problem is, look at the defenders of this city. Like, if you want to see how to do an incompetent defense, look at this. He's got all chariots. He's got 4 chariots, a catapult, Hulkins, which are terrible against swords, 1 axe. Again, like 3 axes kills this whole stack. But when you have all these units that have really low defensive power, and nothing that does well against swords or axes. This city legitimately could fall here because there's only one axe in this stack. Even with the 40% defenses, these swords are all city raider. They could easily take this. You just need like 3 or 4 axes and that stack gets shredded, but ugh. Does Pakal at least have ivory? He does not have ivory. I don't know if this city holds here. There's a lot of swords, and the defenders here are just terrible. Pakal's stack construction is awful. Let's see. I mean, it held for that turn, but it's not looking great here. Building the Colossus is nice. Not that he has a ton of coastal cities. You know, it would be even nicer if you had captured this spot and you had another coastal city. I still think that this city is in serious danger of falling here. That's GG. That's game over. Pakal's done. That's it. That's game over. He just straight up lost a war he picked to Hammurabi. Just straight up lost the war. Just straight up. How? How can I curse them this badly? How can I curse my picks this badly? I don't know. I don't know how I can do it. This year I cannot pick winners. I don't get it. I don't understand how he wasted a position this strong. I legitimately do not understand how he because like I would understand if Pakal was getting dogpiled and that's how he loses the game. I would totally understand. That was very much a possibility that he would just like he'd get in like a 1v3 and then he just gets overrun. But losing a 1v1 to freaking Hammurabi in a war he himself picked is unbelievable. And the hammer falls. How can he lose a 1v1 to Hammurabi with that god tier capital? It doesn't even make sense. Unbelievable. Well, this is over. Hammurabi's gonna just overrun him now. This was his best city. This was like his second best city after the capital. I don't get it. I just don't understand how that can happen. He is promoting his archers to guerrilla and putting them in a city that wasn't on a hill. I mean, this is a city with 40% cultural defenses. It's a freaking holy city, and yet he still managed to lose it to a bunch of city raider swords because he had one axe in the city. Jeezy peasy, man. This is not my year for picks. I don't get it. I just don't understand. Anyway, so well, all you have Mansa Musa, you can pretty much check off who's the winner of this game. Although I guess Elizabeth's a contender too. But yeah, I mean Mansa, you can almost pencil him in as the winner at this point. All right. Well, anyway, let's see what other twists and turns this game holds. I actually think Pakal's now favorite for first to die, which is unbelievable. Alrighty, so Gilgamesh is also pressing up here, and Elizabeth looks like she's getting ready to declare war because she has a lot of units right on the border with, and there it is. There's the war declaration. How does it feel knowing Hammurabi's going to be Season 8 champ? I don't think Hammurabi makes it out of this game, but we'll see. All right, Elizabeth declares war. War declaration number 3. Now I've just got to try to bank on... You know, if somehow Elizabeth won and Mansa Musa got second, maybe I could get some points from that. Yeah, Atlanta certainly seems to be an object of contention here. So this is obviously bad news for Gilgamesh, and yeah, the low piece weight's doing well in this game. It was predicated on Pakal being really strong, and that just has really floundered quite badly in this one. We might have to do some more alternate histories in this game just to see how if Pakal can flub the start this badly in the other ones. Anyway, Mansa completing statue of Zeus isn't certainly nice. Although Lizzie, you know, if Lizzie could take over some territory here, Liz could legitimately be a real candidate to win this game because she might actually get a fair bit out of this war. She's definitely going to get the city of Atlanta here. Like, that city's definitely falling to her stack. Well, if she bothers to attack with it. I guess she did. And she's about to get construction tech. So, who knows? Meanwhile, over here, I mean, Pakal has 4 cities left. Like, he just doesn't have any territory. He just didn't expand in this game. Anyway, yeah, every game I say Pakal is bad, he does well. And then the one game I pick him, suddenly he's totally incompetent. Yeah, I thought Liz would take that city, and she has the potential to get some real territory here. Liz victory is a real possibility. she's not in a bad position. I mean, Mansa's obviously in the best position right now, but if by some chance Liz gets a lot of Gilgamesh's territory, she could start to snowball past him. Like, it's in play. And, like, Hammurabi is a different religion than Mansa, and Liz is going to have a different religion than Mansa, too. Mansa's only religious ally is Gilgamesh, and, like, Gilgamesh is probably not long for this world. So we also might see Elizabeth flip into her own self-founded religion. So, I mean, it's hard to say, but I guess I'm wrong to say you just pencil Mansa in for the winner. I'm not sure that that's right. I think Elizabeth is stronger than that, although she has got a city down here that might fall to Gilgamesh. Let's see if this gets captured. If she gets the third axe in there, yeah, okay, never mind. City had 45. You know, Chichen Itza actually coming in handy. That's Chichen Itza actually doing something there. Managed to get the, instead of 20% defense, it was 45%. Also, thanks for everybody who apparently got us a hype train. Appreciate it. I know people probably enjoyed the my anger and frustration over Pakal's ineptitude. So at the moment, that war seems to be stalled, but not for long. Hammurabi. Actually, Hammurabi. Can Hammurabi win this game now? It's not. I mean, if he gets all of Pakal's incredible land, it's certainly a possibility here. I mean, like, can Uxmal defend itself against this? Not really. It's a lot of Hammurabi units here. A lot of Hammurabi units here. And Hammurabi's about to get elephants too, yeah. Well, low peace weights definitely look like they're in a lot of trouble right now. We'll watch down here at Uxmal. Oh, wow, that didn't even last for one turn. I thought it would at least take until this stack moved up. It didn't even take that long. Oof, this is some kind of defense here by Pakal. Now, yeah, he's going out almost immediately. He's going to be first to die in this game. Well, at least nobody else is going to have Pakal for first to die. At least no one else is going to have Pakal first to die, because, like, how could you have picked someone who has the best capital we've seen in ages to be the first one out of the game? It literally doesn't make sense. Oh, wow. I mean, he's about to get... Maybe he can staunch the bleeding for a while with... he's about to get feudalism, so that will maybe stall for a bit. Hammurabi will have to at least get construction tech. Now, I don't know if he... I haven't been watching his research. Did he pick that up? No. He went for literature. Okay. He doesn't have... He's probably going to need construction to break a 60% city on a hill with catapults. Or with longbows as the top defender. So Pakal probably can stabilize here. But, I mean, he's on 3 cities. He's clearly done as a force in this game. It's just like, what wonders does he build to get captured now? Also, whether he manages to get the shrine for his holy city before he gets knocked out. Because he's not that far off a potential great prophet. Well, I guess he's somehow managed to miss a great prophet for his first couple rolls. Because he doesn't have his shrine yet, which he definitely would have built. Alright, Lizzie is apparently reinforcing this city down here. And Gilgamesh is, of course, still in the 2v1. Liz does have construction tech, so she can build catapults. I don't know that she has any up at the front lines just yet. But she does have construction tech. And yeah, this... Oh, well. Goodbye, Gilgamesh. That's a smart move by Mansa. A very well-timed war. He'll be able to pick up even some territory at very, very little cost. Beautifully played move by Mansa. I wasn't checking in on whether he was plotting war. Yep. Mansa, really well done. Maybe I guess I was wrong to doubt Mansa. I just didn't think his capital was that strong in this game, but I guess he doesn't really need it. I guess he didn't really need it, because he's definitely going to take this city. I don't know why he waited an extra turn. Over here, wait, Mutal only has 3 longbows. I mean, that's probably enough. Also, this city, Chichen Itza, might get recaptured. Oh, no, wait, it's all catapults. There's nothing that can actually attack. It's all catapults. Oh, boy, Pakal... You really did it in this game, didn't you, buddy? Oh, I guess he's going to stop to bombard down the defenses there. Or maybe not. Yeah, not looking so good for Gilgamesh. He's clashing with Elizabeth over here. He's got a pretty good stack here, but too many people against him. 3v1 is just too much. And yeah, there's enough longbows that Mutal's not falling anytime soon. So maybe Gilgamesh is the first to die on this board. At least I didn't pick Gilgamesh to do anything in this game. Now that Mansa Musa has entered the war and Pakal managed to get to feudalism, Gilgamesh probably flips over to being the most likely pick for first to die, because I don't see how Mutal gets captured anytime soon. Well, there are only 3 longbows, but still, that's a city on a hill, 60% defense, longbows. It's just almost impossible to crack that without catapults. You need catapults to inflict collateral damage and get the defenses down. I just don't think that that city can fall until construction tech's in place. I mean, that's a lot of swords out there, but still. Why now? Why not 50 turns earlier? Why now? Oh boy. Why not 50 turns ago? Lincoln actually has a stack up here, and Lincoln does have catapults, so he's going to siege Uruk. I don't think he has enough to capture Uruk, but he'll at least tie down some of the units. I think Mansa is going to get more of the spoils from this war. I mean, if Mansa gets a lot of Gilgamesh's territory, it's going to be really hard for anyone to rein him in. Like Elizabeth, and so a lot's going to come down to who gets what cities here as Gilgamesh gets torn apart in this 1v3. So it looks like Hammurabi tried to attack Mutal, and it went about as well as you would think. So that war is now stalled out, and we might as well be watching Gilgamesh over here. Lizzie lost her stack. Congrats on city number 4, Pakal. One bad tactical move from Pakal will cost him 3 cities. Maybe. He didn't fight very effectively. You know, it's not... I wonder if Lizzie would try to go for a cultural victory. She does have a pretty good setup for culture here. I don't know if she has enough religions to trigger it, though. I think she might, though. How many holy cities does she have? I'm just trying to see. She's got the Christian holy city. And is that her only one? I think she only has the one. Yeah, she just has the one holy city. Still, that might be enough to put her in culture mode, even with just the one. She also might found divine right, maybe. Anyway. Okay, yeah, Mansa's kind of chomping his way right through Gilgamesh without much trouble. His war declaration was absolutely perfectly timed. He let Lincoln and Elizabeth absorb all the incoming units, and then he just jumped in at the perfect moment to start snatching cities. Just really could not have been better timed, as I said. Yes, the Christian holy city is in Liz's former Barb city. Yep, I know. That's her one holy city. I was just trying to see. I thought that she just had the one holy city, though. Right? She doesn't have 2. Just has the 1, I thought. Yeah. Alright, well, we have a siege going on at the capital, although I don't think this is it's too many chariots in there. Chariots are just such bad units for attacking cities. I don't think that that's going to capture Uruk, but I could be wrong. I think it's just going to kill a lot of units on both sides when that attack goes in. Anyway, so yeah, Elizabeth's got a little bit of a stack, but Mansa's is just better. Meanwhile, if we just want to check out what's going on over here. Again, it's really just like come back again when Hammurabi has construction, because he won't be able to capture any cities until then. So now it definitely looks like Gilgamesh will probably be the first one out, because he's still losing cities. But I guess stranger things have happened before. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm wrong. I guess Lincoln is going to capture this city. I didn't think he would, but never mind. Apparently he is. I thought he'd come up short. Well, there goes Gilgamesh's capital. Certainly not a good game for the low peace weight leaders. And Mansa's still advancing here, too. He just took out half the defenses of Ur in one turn. You know, my hope that Elizabeth would get more out of this war than Mansa pretty much going down the drain as Mansa's capturing pretty much everything he needs right now. He's going to get Ur as well. That means Elizabeth's not going to have much unless by some chance he comes up short, but I don't think that's going to happen. He has 34 units. Yeah, there's no way that happens. He has 34 units here. Yeah, he's carving up Gilgamesh something fierce. Probably should have picked Gilgamesh first to die, but Gilgamesh first to die wouldn't square with Pakal to win the game. Oh, well. Yeah, Mansa can go free religion now that he has Shwedagon Paya. Now, how many more cities will the other leaders get? So far, Gilgamesh has gotten 3, Elizabeth's gotten 1, and Lincoln's gotten 1, so Mansa's definitely been getting the better of the situation so far between these 3 as they do this mutual partition of Sumerian territory. Yeah, Hammurabi's still at Worth Pakal. It was just, it's kind of pointless to watch. Oh, Lincoln pieces out. Okay. Would have thought that maybe you would want to keep taking territory, but okay. I guess that ensures that Lincoln's going to remain pretty weak because he's only going to get... I mean, he lost Atlanta, and then he's gained Uruk. Liz might flip That's true. Actually, you're right. She might be... Well, maybe. It's actually not that much culture on this city. 20... Maybe. This city will be able to work these tiles, so I don't think this city is actually going to flip, personally. Over here, this war is still ongoing, but like it's just a stalemate until Hammurabi can get catapults up to Mutal. So that's why I haven't been watching it, is he can't capture any cities until he has siege in position. So there's kind of no point. And Liz is just running around. I guess she's trying to build a new stack. Matza's got the largest stack, and he's advancing and taking cities pretty easily here. Yeah, he should take that without much trouble. Yeah, he's just getting almost everything from this war. Like, Elizabeth might be able to get Kish over here. She does have a stack that's, like, assembling, but I think Mansa will get every other city. And he might get Kish, too, for that matter, because Liz has not exactly been advancing too fast here. All right, do we have catapults? There are catapults built. Now they have to roll forward to Mutal if they're going to capture anything. I'm just trying to announce as best I can. It just seems like Mansa's played this absolutely perfectly. He stayed out of all the early fighting, and he timed his war declaration at the absolutely perfect moment to increase in size. And he just got his shrine, which is already reasonably valuable. And like, he's Mansa, so he's going to be able to out-research pretty much anyone in the field. Elizabeth has a shot at culture, I will say, if she goes for culture. If she goes for space, I don't think she can outrace Mansa, but if she goes for culture, there's a chance that she could outrace, or she could outrace maybe to culture. Looks like she was upgrading this stack to maces. Where are the rest of her units, though? Oh, they're all down here. What are they doing down here? Liz, this is a big stack. Go send it somewhere useful. I don't know quite what she's doing. Well, she's been upgrading her units. Anyway, there it goes. Not much left now. And then now the army is finally moving forward down here, but it's going to take a little while because then they'll still have to bombard down the defenses. But it's just a matter of time. As soon as Pakal lost his border cities, that was it. All right, so this stack was going for Kish, but was doing it kind of slowly. All right, and then that religion, was that the Divine Right religion from Mansa? No, that was philosophy. He founded the philosophy religion over there. Makes him more likely to go into culture mode. Philosophy, you guys are right. So yeah, Lincoln has gotten very little out of this war, but the other leaders have gotten a lot. Okay. Mutal is getting bombarded down. Elizabeth, okay, she built a shrine for that religion. There's odds are higher now that she'll flip into this religion, just because she now controls the holy city and the shrine. So she'll probably flip out of Buddhism in the near future. All right, meanwhile, Mutal has now seen all its defenses knocked out. There's still not that many units there, though. It's actually, I'm not convinced that Hammurabi's going to capture that anytime soon. I mean, we'll keep an eye on it, but like, Elizabeth has a much bigger army here. Okay, she took out the rest of the defenses. Yeah, Mutal did not get attacked just yet. I don't think it's going to get captured. Now, Mansa getting Sistine that is always the cultural wonder. So that's certainly pretty nice for him. Now, he's also making a play for this city, but I'm pretty sure Liz will take it first. And yeah, she definitely needed to get at least one more city out of this. Yeah, see, I didn't think was going to flip here. This city should be fine. Like, it'll have some overlap with Elizabeth City, but it should be fine. Now the race is on to see who gets the last hit and the kill credit between these two. Anyway, if you wanted to peek back in here, yeah, it looks like this stack is not having much success. So Pakal getting to feudalism was enough to stall out this war for a long time. I mean, I think eventually this will fall, but like longbows in a city on a hill, they're not easy to kill. Both Mansa and Elizabeth are on guilds already. Should be a very fast-moving game in terms of tech because these leaders are so good. Remember, Elizabeth has the Great Lighthouse, so certainly helps her teching out as well. Not that she has a ton of coastal cities, but she has some. If she captured one of these, that would also be Great Lighthouse boosted. And she built Notre Dame. Okay, yeah, they're both building a lot of wonders. So it definitely will be Gilgamesh now who's first to die, because Pakal was able to stall out this war for quite a while on his... Wait, what? How did he found these? Where were these cities earlier in the game? If you had just founded these cities earlier, you would have had 8 cities instead of 6. That would have made a huge difference. A huge difference. Why in the world did he not found these cities earlier? What in the world? This guy. Seriously, this guy. Why? Like, he's actually building cities now. Where were these earlier? What is his problem? One is a barb capture, but he could have captured the barb city easily too. Anyway, what silliness is this? There's actually, and there's room for another city up here that he never founded either. Like, he could have easily put a city here. Anyway, my frustration with Pakal knows no bounds in this game. No, Pakal's finished. He's done. He's not coming back. Just trust. He's done. Anyway, it looks like Elizabeth might get another city here, although I don't know how... Oh, no, never mind. Mansa. Well, it's like 50-50 which one of them captures this. Pakal... Okay, he just built the Buddhist... Okay, Pakal finally got his shrine, although that's probably just going to be useful for someone else. He did spread his religion around a lot. Yeah, it's a valuable shrine. We'll see who ends up controlling that. I guess Hammurabi. Hammurabi's actually backed off of attacking Pakal for now, or attacking Mutal. And it looks like he's going for one of these other spots. It looks like Uxmal actually got attacked there. Somehow Pakal is still hanging in there. He's like managing not to die for some reason. All right, this city Lagash has to fall pretty soon though. It has a decent number of units in it. Mansa moves before Elizabeth in turn order, so so many wonders getting built between Mansa and Elizabeth as well. Going uni suffrage, I don't know about that decision. I think that's her favorite. Is that her favorite civic? I think it is. No, she's free religion is her favorite. I don't know why in the world you'd go universal suffrage. It's a very odd choice. Right now we're just waiting to see who gets the kill on these remaining cities. Remember, Mansa moves first, but Liz actually got it. Okay. And then it'll just be who gets this last one. If Elizabeth does not capture Nibru, this city's going to be completely useless to her. It's going to be swallowed up by Mansa's culture. But if she gets that city, then there's probably enough room for both of these to work some tiles and not be completely crushed culturally. Boy, Elizabeth Empire is a really wonky shape, isn't it? Look at her territory. It's like a big C here. By the way, Lincoln is still really weak. I wonder if she might try to swallow Lincoln at some point. Probably not so long as they share the same religion. All right, anyway, let's watch and see who gets the kill credit here, which could be important for fantasy purposes, who actually gets the last hit. Meanwhile, down here, Pakal is still holding out. Somehow he's fighting better with half his empire gone than before. For some reason. He certainly managed to drag this out. I know Gilgamesh was a reasonably popular pick for first to die. I think if you had Mansa as your pick, then Gilgamesh was the smart pick for first to die. Because for Mansa to be strong, you kind of needed Gilgamesh to be weak. That's why I had Elizabeth as first to die. If Pakal was going to win this game, it required a knockout of probably Elizabeth. But yeah, that was not the case. Okay. So I think Mansa will get this because he moves first in turn order. So I think it's going to be Mansa, but you never know. AI does weird things sometimes. Let's see. No, it's Elizabeth. Okay. I guess Mansa just knocked the defenses down, and then Elizabeth actually got the last hit. Well, sorry, ASM. No fantasy point for you. All right. So first to die is Gilgamesh in this game. Yeah, sorry about that. All right, let's mark it in our Old spreadsheet here. So no moving on for Gilgamesh. Although I don't think most people thought he had much of a chance to win this game. A number of people thought he had a shot at second placing, which he might in some of the alternate histories, maybe. So Gilgamesh, this is turn 157. Playoff 1, turn 157. And Elizabeth gets the kill, the first kill of the season, in the picking contest. And I wouldn't say Gilgamesh was like super popular, but a number of people had him. As I said, if you had Mansa Musa to win, it was a reasonably good pick. Yeah, not that bad. It looks like we had about 60 out of our 260 picks had him. So I think that's like somewhere around 20%, which is not that bad. And then for fantasy purposes, well, Gilgamesh is out, but you do get 2 points. Kajatlik does get 2 points for him being knocked out. First to die. I will say that Kajatlik's fantasy position is looking a lot shakier with Gilgamesh out and Pakal likely to be out shortly thereafter. And then the Elizabeth point goes to... Who has Elizabeth on their team? There she is. To Bellamorph. Okay. All right. We'll say Elizabeth and Mansa are definitely the favorites to take the top 2 spots in this one at the moment. If by some chance Lizzie could actually win this game, that might be enough to salvage my picks for the day. Would be funny if she ends up winning. I know some people had her. I mean, she's in a pretty good position. She's about to found another religion. She's going to get the Divine Right religion. So that's probably enough to put her in culture mode. I'm not sure, though. Oh, she just founded it in that city right there. I should have refreshed the map. She founded the Divine Right. So she has 2 religions. She has 2 holy cities. That's probably enough to put her in culture mode. She does like to go culture. Anyway, so we have one ongoing war down here. I don't suppose Lincoln's plotting war with anyone. No, he is not. Let's just take a quick look at diplomacy right now. So remember, Mansa and Elizabeth can both declare war at pleased. So Lizzie will not fight Lincoln, but she could fight anyone else. Mansa really does not like Pakal. He's pleased with everybody else. Okay. Just to get a sense for them. Lincoln will not declare it please, so she is please locked with everyone. Everyone in the game right now. Yeah, Lizzie's holy cities are pretty wacky. I mean, but it makes sense, right? This city did not have a religion when she founded it, and this city also did not have a religion. So it tries to pick cities that don't have a religion first. Only if every city has a religion does it go back to trying to pick cities that have it'll go back to like prioritizing high population cities only if they all have a religion. All right, let's see if this city can hold out. I mean, again, Mutal is a pretty tough nut to crack because it is a city on a hill with longbows. Not the easiest one. I wish for Pakal's sake he was building fewer horse archers. Not a great unit to go after. And looks like she's going to... I wonder if she flips out of Buddhism soonish. She has mostly spread Christianity to a lot of her cities. But not quite enough of them yet. Yeah, these cities should be able to hold their immediate borders culturally. But anyway, we'll keep watching down here to see if Hammurabi can finally kill one of these. I think it's taken, if Hammurabi had quickly overrun Pakal, I think he could be amongst the leaders in this game. But he's taken so long to do it that even if he gets all this territory, I don't see how he really catches up to Mansa and Elizabeth. They're both financial. They both have more territory. I don't really see how they keep up. I don't really see how anyone keeps up with Mansa, to be perfectly honest, because he's Mansa. Like, you give him this much territory, I don't see how anyone keeps up with him, but like, he doesn't even have to waste a turn in anarchy flipping all those civics. But Elizabeth might be able to do it. As I said, if Mansa ends up going space and she ends up going, and look at that, another stack fails to capture Mutal. But like, if she goes culture and he goes space, it's possible, maybe. When Pakal's dead, everyone will have the same piece weight. It could be Diplo. Diplo could be a possibility too. It's not impossible, as Lincoln does. So yeah, it could be a big peace fest afterwards. I expected the word declaration counter to be low. What are we at right now? 4? I do expect it'll get higher than that, but we'll see. I mean, some of these leaders might go free religion and drop the shared religious benefit. But yeah, look at that. Pakal is finally... Apparently he stabilized here at the gates of Mutal. Pakal gets another great general, or great prophet, excuse me. So it looks like Mance is going to get the economic great leader. They continue to trade wonders. Let's just take a quick look at where they are on the tech tree. All right, so Mansa is still missing compass optics for some reason, but it looks like he's going to pick up economics, and he has everything else in the medieval era. Elizabeth, she does have compass optics and up to banking. She's missing music philosophy, and she also is going down to the economics line, although she is going to lose the great merchant. But she will get the customs house, which is probably not terrible for her. They're pretty close in tech right now. Let's see their respective beaker. I would expect Mansa's ahead in beaker count. 437 to Liz's 430. They're both running... Okay, they're actually very comparable. They're both running positive income on the gold slider right now. And yeah, they're actually very comparable in research for the moment. And then Hammurabi is... Wow, he's at 90 beaker... Oh my god, he's so far behind. Lincoln is marginally better. Anyway, yeah, the two it's just between the two of them. So instead of being a duel between Pakal and Mansa, it's turned into a duel between Elizabeth and Mansa. And I think she might be going for liberalism now. But yeah, Hammurabi is completely stalled out here. He has made no progress beyond those initial cities. Where was this earlier? I do like this city being stuck in by Elizabeth. It's just a nice little additional pickup for her. Remember, she still has the Great Lighthouse. Not bad. And she's got the weirdest looking empire, but does get all those trade routes. So that's something. Might as well keep watching the war because it's the only thing that's kind of ongoing in the game right now. Yeah, Elizabeth's going to get liberalism because she, Mansa apparently ignored it for some reason. I guess he's... All right, well, he just wanted to start a golden age instead. I guess he's going for Taj as well. We can also check to see if anybody's plotting war, I suppose. Oh, Mansa's plotting war. Well, there's only one person he doesn't like, and that's Pakal. He could be plotting with somebody else, though. I mean, he can declare war at pleased. So there's that. Can declare war at pleased. I mean, in terms of border tension, he has a lot of border tension with Elizabeth and a lot with Hammurabi. So he could be running across the map to attack Pakal. He doesn't like Pakal, but he also could be... I mean, he could be attacking anyone. He could even be attacking Lincoln, theoretically. Mansa to Mansa to win by domination? Maybe. If he gets caught up in a long-running war, though, and Liz stays out of it, she could maybe get ahead in tech. It's possible. Anyway. Pakal is actually trying to recapture this city here. Pakal is somehow on the offensive. Like, where was this earlier in the game? I don't quite get that. So anyway, she took the liberalism prize, and the tech she took was probably nationalism. No, she took astronomy. She took the expensive tech. Smart pickup. She doesn't have the Colossus. It just now she can go observatories. Okay. Not bad. Now Mansa is going to get Taj Mahal, and he already has... Who has the mausoleum, just out of curiosity? One of the two of them has the mausoleum. I'm just curious which one it is for the extended golden ages. Okay, Lizzie has the mausoleum. That's good for her, just so Mansa doesn't get the double extended golden ages. He's in a golden age now, and he's about to get Taj for another golden age. Is she on rifling tech by any chance, just out of curiosity? No, she's going replaceable parts. Okay. Going early replaceable parts. The printing press is not bad, and replaceable parts not as useful, but we'll see. I wonder if she... I actually should look at as far as... I should look at that. No, the astronomy doesn't obsolete the Great Lighthouse. It doesn't. It obsoletes Colossus, right? It obsoletes the Colossus. No, it's Corporation that obsoletes the Great Lighthouse. Yeah, it's Corporation that obsoletes it. I was like, I don't think I'm wrong about that. Anyway, so yeah, they're pretty close. Oh, and Pakal, wow, Pakal actually managed to get peace with Hammurabi. That's wild. He's still alive, folks. I mean, he's completely out of the game, and this is the playoffs, so you don't get to go to the wild card if you lose, but he's still in it. Amazing. Probably just causes the war declaration counter to tick up further. Okay, what I wanted to look is who's actually leading in terms of culture, and it's pretty close between Mansa and Elizabeth. Dejeuner versus York, because it's always the third city that matters. It's not the first two. It's always your third city that matters. Dejeuner versus York. Okay, Dejeuner is an awesome city. This is going to be easy to get culture. How about York? This is not as good, but it's still pretty good. They're both actually pretty strong. over, like, both of these are perfectly fine third cities. This is not quite as strong, though, because there's no river and there's fewer cottages. But, yeah, they're both, I mean, but this city does have a lot of wonders in it, so that'll help. So, anyway, they both look like they have a pretty good odds here. Again, Lizzie winning by culture is, like, probably my only way to score points in this game, because that would reduce Matza to second, and I could actually get something for it. In the meantime, though, nobody's at war currently, so we can next turn a little bit. And then the question is just, who in the world is Mansa plotting to go to war with? It might be Hammurabi, just because there's a stack here in Kumbi Salah, maybe? Well, as Mansa continues to flip civics around. He could also be going to lay the smackdown on Pakal. In terms of respective power ratings, Mansa and Elizabeth are way out in front of everybody else. They're both very dominant in this game. It would be funny if Mansa attacked Pakal, and he was just like, hey, all you people who picked Pakal, let me show you how wrong you are. Oh, okay, no, his stack's here. Interesting. Is he going to try to fight Elizabeth? If Elizabeth gets early redcoats, that actually might be bad. Does Mansa have open borders with Hammurabi? Good question. Yes, he does. He has open borders with everyone except Pakal. Pakal does not have open borders. Everybody else kind of has open borders with various folks. Yeah, I wonder if Mansa would try to go after Elizabeth, because she is only one tech away from redcoats, which would be very effective here. Would certainly make the game interesting if the two of them clashed with one another. But it's probably more likely that each of them just fight backwards leaders of one kind or another. Anyway, at least we can go through the game pretty quickly. By the way, look at how fast the game is moving here. Like, we're only on turn 177 and we're already... Yeah, oh, Liz just went free religion. That's interesting. Not free speech, free religion. Okay, so in terms of the diplomatic picture, she is pleased with everyone except Pakal. She actually improved her relations with Pakal that way. And Mansa is now friendly with her, although I guess if he was plotting earlier, he could still be plotting. Lincoln is still friendly with her, so the only one who can attack her... And Hammurabi doesn't declare it pleased. Pakal's the only one who can attack her. So she's actually perfectly safe against getting attacked right now if she wants to go into pure culture mode. Like, no one can attack her except Pakal, who's not going to because he's irrelevant right now. As for Mansa, he can't declare on... Well, I mean, he might... If he's already plotting with Elizabeth, then he can. But if he's not already plotting with her, then it's not possible for him to attack now. Oh, he had his stack here. It moved. Where did that stack go? Oh, where is the stack going? We gotta watch this. Where is it going? It's either going for Hammurabi or it's going for Pakal. I suspect he's heading for Pakal. Let's see. The fact that he is taking this route strongly suggests that he is going for Pakal. Which is pretty funny. It also looks like with that early democracy, he's going to go for Statue of Liberty. All right, it continues to march its way across the... I'm pretty sure if he was going to fight Hammurabi, he would have gone a more direct route. It sure looks like he's going for Pakal. Mansa spreading democracy. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. Elizabeth, it's fortunate for Elizabeth that she's not getting attacked, because she's doing the I'm going to ignore rifling thing. She's going down the scientific method line for early communism for some reason. Also skipping the Constitution. Anyway. All right, well, looks like we're going to get at least one more war on our hands here. Poor Pakal, he was actually trying to recover a little bit. But that is not going to happen now. As I said, the main thing that happens is the war declaration counter ticks up a little bit higher. I don't think we're going to end up with many in this game. Yeah, the real question is going to be, will Elizabeth try to go for culture or not? Oh, wow, the Pakal stack just got Goomba stomped. Literally just got Goomba stomped there. At least we have something to watch right now as we kind of watch these two speed through the tech tree. Mansa's been in a golden age for the last 15 turns, so he's really been burning through these techs. His golden age is about to run out, though. Also, I don't know if going uni suffrage is the right call. Oh, early emancipation. That's going to make everybody else unhappy. Okay, his golden age finally ended. Let's advance one more turn, and we'll see how he stacks up relative to Elizabeth in terms of research. You know, for all that, okay, now you guys are just being mean. Now you're just being mean. Hammurabi's attacks as well against Pakal. Everybody's just kicking Pakal now. Now that he's down, everybody's just kicking him. Anyway, I wanted to see the relative research rates. So Mansa's 724. He's still running a positive gold income. And Elizabeth, okay, Elizabeth's higher. She's at 930. Interesting. She's actually above Mansa in terms of the research currently. Now, is she in a golden age, or is that just... Nope, she's not in a golden age. Okay. She's just... I'm surprised. I guess she is currently ahead. I was going to say, for all that Mansa is obviously a lot stronger than Pakal, they are still at the same tech level for the most part. Mansa, I think, has knights, and Pakal is researching guilds, but they're kind of at the same tech level. Problem... Wow, that Pakal city got auto-raised. It just got instantly wiped. Man. That said, if Mansa can get some more territory over here, it certainly wouldn't hurt. Getting this holy city is very valuable because it's got that shrine in it. And we might see a clash over it between Pakal and Mansa. So who gets this is significant. Well, that didn't take very long. It just ran right over it like it wasn't even there. Good for Mansa. He also gets +1 health in all cities from Hanging Gardens. Not too shabby. That said, you know, Hastings has a lot of culture. Okay, Hastings has already hit 5,000 culture. That means the borders go to 20, 40, 68. Oh, I think Lakama is going to end up in English territory eventually. Because the borders extend 20, 40, 60, 80. They go out to here. Yeah, this city's going to be culturally crushed by Hastings. I think this city is going to get flipped over because it's not going to have any tiles to work. We'll see that in another turn or two. That would be really good for Elizabeth. Could this be a situation where Mansa captures the city, but Elizabeth actually benefits? Because, like, I don't think these cities down here are going to do much of anything for Mansa Musa. He might have just helped Lizzie there, and he's also built a whole bunch of units, too. So he might have actually just helped Elizabeth quite a bit by doing that, even though that feels ridiculous. Also cleared out culture for Warwick, the little city of Warwick over here, too. I'm starting to think Lizzie might actually be able to win this game. What about Canterbury? No, so that's a really good question. You're like, does Canterbury purse? So this is the rule for cultural push in Civ4. It's very strong on straight lines. It's very weak on the diagonal. So like Canterbury is diagonal in this direction, so it actually doesn't do very much. Canterbury is... Okay, it's actually... It has not quite hit 500. Let's assume it's hit 500. So this is 20, 40, 60. So this is where the 500 culture extends out to. So it reaches these 3 tiles, and then it reaches this tile. But see, it's still a good bit short of Lakama. Really good question. Just so I can shed a little bit more on the culture flipping mechanics. I probably know as much about that as anyone else because I did some of those some of those games where I tried to never attack an enemy city or never capture an enemy city and just capture the entire map by cultural push. I did that game on YouTube, I guess it was about 2 or 3 years ago now, where I ran over the whole map with hatchet without ever capturing a city directly and won by conquest. You can't do it with always peace because you have to knock out the defenders in the cities or else they won't flip. Like, as much as I'd like to win always peace conquest, you actually do need to knock out the defenders, otherwise you can't take the cities. But you can still win by conquest without ever directly capturing an enemy city. Okay, now here's the funny thing. This city of Mutal has been knocked down to like nothing left, but Hammurabi moves before Mansa Musa in turn order. Yeah, Hammurabi won game 1, Mansa won game 4, so Hammurabi goes first. He's going to get this city. Watch. Mansa's not going to get it. And Lakama, you can see up there, has pretty thoroughly been swallowed up by English culture. Again, the borders will expand out to here as soon as... They disappeared because Mutal got captured. Look at this city. Actually, not... I mean, the terrain is amazing, but it doesn't really have, like, crazy wonders in it. It just has a whole bunch of great generals. Yeah, Mansa, I don't know if this war was actually good for him because he's not really gaining anything. I mean, if he gets, like, 1 or 2 cities over here, that doesn't really do anything to help him, but he's actually... helped snowball some of the territory for Elizabeth. And just because while he's in war mode, he's building a lot of units, whereas, like, look at Liz. She's just all research all the time. So, yeah. I don't know. I think this might be a little bit better for Elizabeth here. Now, building Statue of Liberty is certainly nice. Mansa's got a lot of cities. That's a big helper. And remember, Mansa does have Sistine Chapel, so he has that in his back pocket too. As the two of these continue to compete over who's going to get the... I mean, it looks like they're going to finish 1-2 in some order. Yeah, see, I think this city probably will get gifted. I don't know, maybe. Does have a 6% chance of revolt. Maybe he can work a couple tiles here. But when a city is this culturally crushed by one of the AIs, they usually gift it. Maybe not. We'll see. He might try to... Mansa might try to hold it. It is a holy city, after all. He still gets the shrine income, even if he can't work any tiles. So anyway, we're just mostly watching this to see what's going to... I mean, I guess Lakama can work a couple tiles here. He does get to work an awful... He does get a lot of culture here. So I don't know, maybe. Maybe he can hold the city long enough to start flipping some tiles. He just went into free speech as well. So that's good for cultural purposes. Lizzie's going to have to get in free speech if she wants to go culture. As I said, whoever goes culture is probably going to win. If one of them goes culture and one goes space, the cultural one will win because culture will hit first. I score a heck of a lot more points if Elizabeth wins and a lot of the rest of the community. I know so many of you have picked Mansa to win, and if he finishes in second, that would be a disaster for so many of these. So I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm like, oh, if Lizzie could actually win this game and my Mansa for second pick could hit. Yeah, Lizzie going corporation. I mean, you have to obsolete the Great Lighthouse eventually, right? All right, she is picking up rifling. That's nice. Both Mansa and Hammurabi have big stacks here, so it's just anybody's guess who actually captures Mayapan. Could be anyone. It's just the dumb luck of who goes when in turn order. Yeah, I mean, it's just, will Lizzie go culture? I don't know. It's just an open question. Okay, so this city's down to 16% culture. If Hammurabi attacks, he'll definitely get it. The question is, does he attack? Is there anything that valuable in here? Oh, the Colossus is in here. Well, it's probably already obsoleted by Mansa. And Hammurabi's about to obsolete it. Okay, Mansa gets that one. As I said, better. I mean, nice of him to get something out of that. Again, he's already got this city. He's already gotten some culture in here. I think he's going to try to hold this city. He might be able to flip some of the tiles back. I don't know. He's certainly going to try to hold this city. Certainly. All right, and now there's just 2 cities to go. Elizabeth has finished up the democracy line of the tech tree. She delayed that. Now she's gone back and polished it up. She also picked up rifling. We'll see where she goes next. Again, who's going to get the last hit? The fantasy contest is close. And see, Elizabeth is first and most advanced. Yeah, it's a real question as far as just what victory condition is the AI is going to go for. Yes, congrats on bronze working. I know. You guys don't have to put it in the chat. It always happens on turn 201 or turn 202. All right, so, okay, they've split up and they're going for different cities. Mansa's going for the northern city and then Hammurabi's going for the southern one. So who gets the kill here is going to be noteworthy. Mansa looks like he's about to get rifles. All right. Oh, I think Hammurabi's going to get the kill because Mansa went first and took this city, and now Hammurabi should go here. So Mansa looks like he's going to be denied a point yet again. All right, now Elizabeth goes emancipation, state property. Interesting she went state property. Oh, did she use her golden age to get a free swap? I think she did, actually. Or did she swap after the golden age was over? I'm not sure. I know the AI was originally programmed not to swap civics in a golden age because originally you did not get the lack of anarchy, and then that was added in Beyond the Sword. So I don't know if she swapped in the golden age to get the free swap or if she waited until after. It's a little unclear to me. AI doesn't swap it in golden age except spiritual. That's what I thought because they're still programmed from before the expansion came out. All right, anyway, so Hammurabi should get this. Yeah, another kill for Hammer. He's the one who gets the killing blow here. And now we're down to just 4. Now we're down to just the 4 AIs. It's really a Mansa versus Elizabeth showdown. All right. Go ahead and mark this down on our spreadsheet. Here we go. Pakal, how did you mess up so badly? You messed up so badly in this game. No points in this game. No fantasy points, no nothing. He is out on turn 204. Playoff 1, turn 204. Once again, kill credit denied to Mansa, who really could have gotten both of these kills, but didn't get either due to the luck of how it shook out. Hammurabi gets another kill. He's actually got 3 kills on this season. I don't think he's advancing past this game, but he did get another kill. So for fantasy purposes, this game has been kind of a disaster for Kajatliak's team, with Gilgamesh and Pakal going out so quickly. And then the kill credit going to Hammurabi. Grillo picks up another point. Although Grillo probably is not getting Hammurabi to move on. I'm sure Grillo did not anticipate that Brennis and Hammurabi were going to anchor his team. But anyway, yeah. All right, yeah, can't believe that Pakal managed to mess that start up so badly. It's really almost inconceivable that he was played his start that badly. He didn't even get first to die points. Unbelievable. Oh, look, Lakama just had a revolt, by the way. If it has a second one, it culture flips, but it just revolted that turn. And it's got about 5% each turn of revolting. So we'll see if that ever actually does flip or not. It might or it might not. What did Mansa... So Mansa got out of that war a very culture-crushed city, which is going to be way better for Elizabeth if it actually flips, which it may not. And then he got 2 cities down here that, I guess are okay, but certainly not that impressive. Anyway, right now the big thing is relations. How do they feel about each other? So Mansa and Elizabeth are both pleased with everybody. They both can declare war at pleased. Mansa's only +1 with Hammurabi, though. Only +1, so that might drop to cautious soonish. We'll see. Hammurabi is pleased locked with everybody. Lincoln is pleased locked with everyone. These two cannot plot at pleased. They will not declare war. Elizabeth or Mansa could declare war, though. They both absolutely could. So we'll see if they ever do. And I'll try to get a look. Oh, we should look at the graphs because we just got out of that warring. All right, let's look and see. GMP, these two are very close. Very close. The rest of the field might as well not be in the game. Production. You can see the golden ages. They're very close in production. They are very close in food. They are close in power, although Lizzie has rifling. And I think Mansa just got it. This little tick up should be Mansa starting to upgrade. Culture, also close. Looks like Lizzie has dropped some culture bombs. That's what these are. In terms of cultural cities, again, it's pretty close. It's just a question of whether one of these wants to go for culture or not. Now, this being a holy city, I wonder if this also affects, and Mansa just flipped into free religion as well. I wonder if this also could affect who goes into culture mode, because this is a holy city. Like right now it's occupied by Mansa, but if it flips to Elizabeth, then she would have another holy city and Mansa would have one less. Really interesting. Yeah, and the military confrontation between the two of them is also a possibility. So I am still I have to root for Elizabeth to win this game, but it's close, man. It's close between them. I did not anticipate this. Mansa's a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and put Elizabeth on here. So Elizabeth has 31% of pop. Mansa has 35%. Elizabeth has 27% of land. So Mansa's 31%. So Mansa is just a little bit larger between the two of them. And that's reflected in the fact that Mansa's a little bit higher in score. But I think Elizabeth's slightly ahead in tech. Yeah, I think Elizabeth's slightly ahead in tech. In terms of their beaker rate, Mansa is at 1,200 while running a huge surplus of gold. Elizabeth's at 1,400 while running a slightly smaller surplus. So I think Mansa's research rate is slightly better, but I think Elizabeth's a little bit ahead on the tech tree. Again, it's very close. Hammurabi and Lincoln might as well not even be in this game. I do wonder how much of this could come down even to something like the fact that Mansa does not have to spend turns in Anarchy. Okay. Also, Mansa shoved a humongous army into this city, so it's not going to flip at the moment. We will have to check in periodically to see if they're plotting war. Yeah, Elizabeth's further down the railroad line than Mansa. He's still at... Oh, we should just do the straight-up comparison of where they are on the tech tree. Okay, so Mansa's apparently skipped Divine Right. I wonder if he goes back for that at some point. He has all the Renaissance techs. He's entering the Industrial Age. He's currently on Railroad. And Elizabeth has Steel and is on... Wait, are they really that close? Are they one tech off and everything else is the same? They are literally one tech apart, and everything else is the same. Geez, that is hard to get much closer than that. They're both researching the same thing. So I guess Liz is like a tech, maybe a tech and a half off. Really, really close. Yeah, they both could plot with each other. They have a tremendous amount of border tension with one another. I mean, we can check to see if either one of them is thinking. Mansa's currently not plotting, and Elizabeth is currently not plotting either. So currently nothing. Who has the Monk Wonders? I think they're actually split between the two of them. And Liz just got another great artist, too. Did she just burn a turn and oh, she just used it for a just used it to go into a golden age. That great artist. So her research rate should have popped up a good bit. Yeah, she's now up to 2,000 beakers per turn. And Mansa's upgrading some units, so we can't get a fair comparison. All right, what's she going through? She's apparently knocking out some techs at one turn apiece because we can't see what she's researching. I guess. Or she's doing something. I don't know what she's doing with her beakers right now. I don't know what she stopped to do because we haven't been able to see what she's doing for the last couple turns. But obviously she's doing something because she's building research. All right, I guess she's finishing combustion or something. She got military. Okay, people said she got military science in one turn. Gotcha. That is an optional tech there. You can skip it. But I guess that the AI almost always researches it, though. She just finished the combustion line. Meanwhile, Mansa is... Okay, Mansa's building some military. Is he plotting war by any chance? Nope, he's not. He is not. And Lakama has... Apparently, Lakama's been able to stabilize after starving way, way, way down. Probably in part because there's still this massive army sitting in here. It did revolt one time, but I don't think it revolts a second time. I think it would have revolted if he hadn't shoved like 30 units in there to stop a revolt. So that's something. Great scientist. I guess Elizabeth does get an awful lot. She's been building research in almost every city. So she is the first to assembly line, which is a very expensive tech. And now she's using her golden age. Remember, she does have the mausoleum. So she does get the extended golden age. And apparently she just got fascism because there's no other way she could have gotten a great general while at peace. So apparently she one-turned fascism while that was going on. I'm still expecting one or both of these leaders to go culture, but neither one has done it just yet. I think Mansa is in culture mode because he's building a mosque here. I don't think Elizabeth is. I think Elizabeth's going for science, I think. So... some of you are better at this than I am, but it does look like Mansa might be going more for culture, and Elizabeth might be on space. Mansa stack's on the move. Did he move it out? Not the stack that was in here. And Hammurabi got a golden age, but he's... I mean, come on. There's only 2 leaders that matter in this game right now. Yeah, the rate at which this game is going is absurd. I have turned 300. I don't think we're going to make it there. He's already on electricity. I think Mansa's in culture mode. I think he beats Elizabeth because I think if he stays on culture and Elizabeth goes on space, I'm pretty sure he beats her. Mansa, I agree. Mansa looks like he's in culture mode, and I don't think Elizabeth is. And I just don't see any way she can launch the spaceship before Mansa can win by culture. But I could be wrong. What kind of tech rate are we? What kind of finish date are we looking at? Apache is apparently his. Oh wait, that's a city where he dropped a culture bomb. That's probably not his third culture. Okay, that's probably not his third cultural city. If he turns on the slider, we'll get an estimate, but I think he's going to go into cultural mode soonest. We also could have a Diplo finish here, because look how many friendly faces there are on this map. Mansa's friendly with everyone, and Elizabeth's friendly with him. Look at this map. So currently, the only wars that could happen is Elizabeth could technically attack Hammurabi or Lincoln, which is unlikely, but I guess it could happen. So we might just be stuck on, what are we on, 6 wars? We might just be stuck there for the game. All right, Elizabeth dropped out of Golden Age. But there's a real possibility of a Diplo ending here, too. All right, Elizabeth also on electricity. You know, this game's flying so fast through the tech tree. Is this actually possible that this game is going so fast that a spaceship might actually beat culture? I'm pretty sure Mansa's going to go culture here, though, because he's researching radio. Yeah, like his tech preferences line up with someone who's going for culture. Is Elizabeth beelining mass media herself? No, I don't think so, because she's on industrialism. She wouldn't have gone for industrialism if she was going for a mass media beeline. Meanwhile, Mansa's building the wonders that add culture. Yeah, he spread his religions around a lot, but I don't know that he has that early of a cultural victory. I don't know. We'll see. He's got 2 cities that are pretty fast. I don't know if he has the 3rd city, though. I don't know. And, like, he's building this in his capital, which is the wrong place to build this. Timbuktu's going to hit the culture he needs regardless. Now, oh, you can always do some shenanigans with defensive packs. Problem for Elizabeth is she has to lose turns in anarchy. All right, she did just go free speech, though, so that's what you need to get your culture up. Mansa, I'm assuming, is already in free speech. Mansa is in free speech. Yes, they both are. Of course, this is also good late game for research because you get the +2 on towns, but the other thing is the doubled culture in all cities. But yeah, we are going very quickly through the tech tree here. Mansa's completed Broadway. We'll see how much longer it takes before Mansa starts running the slider. He is researching flight, which is not a tech that you would need to research for a culture game. So yeah, it's like a true builder game right now. They are both just absolutely flying through the tech tree at incredible paces. So Mansa is here. He does not have assembly line yet. Lizzie is definitely ahead in tech. Where is she? Elizabeth. Yeah, she's definitely ahead. She's actually does not have that many more techs needed. I mean, she has she basically has the modern era left to go. And did Mansa build? Okay, Mansa has mass media, so he's probably going to build the United Nations. They actually signed a defensive pact with each other. That's pretty funny. The 2 leading AIs in this game. All right, he is building the UN. So let's try to get a stance of what everybody's population is. Mansa has 36% of world pop. Elizabeth has 28%. Lincoln has 14%. And Hammurabi... Okay, so those 2 will definitely be against one another. So what matters are who the others would vote for. Well, look at Lincoln. +8 with Mansa, +8 with Lizzie. So he could vote for either one. Hammurabi, though, would not vote for either. So probably no Diplo ending if Hammurabi won't vote for somebody. Because, like, Lincoln plus Mansa is not enough to put Mansa over the top. Not enough to put Mansa over the top. So I don't think we get a Diplo ending. But I didn't think we were going to get one last week, and we did. So who knows? But for the time being, we are just kind of churning through the tech tree here. Okay, Lincoln did a big swap into free religion as well. Curious if that affected diplomacy at all. Not really. Not really. He liked Mansa slightly more afterwards. And Mansa's building the late game culture wonders. Mansa signed another... I thought you could only have one defensive... No, he has double defensive packs. Okay. I thought you could only have one, but apparently that's wrong. People sometimes don't like it when you sign them, but... Yeah, look at this. -2 for signing defensive packs, but still pleased. And he won't declare war at pleased. Liz is the only one who can declare war. And I very much doubt she's plotting war. Yeah. We're afraid of their military might. Mansa must have some crazy military score if that's the case. No, not really. They're pretty comparable. So, this game really is just like a very peaceful ending here. Again, I don't think Mansa can beat Elizabeth to space. So the longer it takes before Mansa flips on the slider, the better it is for Elizabeth. As Elizabeth is mostly building... wow, she even crammed in a little extra city here. That's just a kind of a jerk move towards Lincoln. But, yeah, I mean, look, he still... Oh, did he just turn on the slider? Did he just turn it on? All right, there it is. He just flipped it on assembly line. Okay. So his capital goes legendary in 38 turns. Kumbi Salah looks like the last one. Where's Kumbi Salah? This city here. Okay. 89 turns? Well, 89, he's going to have to speed this up. I think that Liz can launch a spaceship faster than 89 turns from now. I think that he can launch that fast. Liz can launch a spaceship faster than that. We'll see it. That's from what it might come down to, is how quickly she can get a spaceship off the ground. She does have to finish researching the techs and get the parts built. But if Mansa's like turn 320, I don't know if that's fast enough on this map. On this very unusual map that's incredibly fast. Did Elizabeth get Christo? Because that would be big because it would stop her from suffering from anarchy. Okay, that's actually really big because that means she does not lose turns to anarchy anymore. That's really, really big. Now she doesn't waste turns flipping civics in the late game. Of course, she could also turn on the slider too. Well, no, she would have turned it on if it was... she would have turned it on here if she was on plastics. What's her research rate out of curiosity? 2,300 beakers per turn. Wow, that is pretty good. That's pretty good. So she has to clear how many more techs? Not that many more. She does still need... She'll definitely pick up flight. About a dozen more. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A little bit more than a dozen. I think she can do that before this city, Kumbi Salah, goes legendary. I think. Maybe if Mansa gets some more great artists, though. She is burning through the text very, very quickly. She also just got Sid Sushi now. Although she probably should have founded it in a different city. I mean, what does she even... She should have put it in her Wall Street city, but like she's still running a positive amount on the slider. Can you imagine if she had... I was going to say if she had Sistine Chapel, but she apparently is going for space, not culture, so she doesn't really need Sistine. But yeah, it looks like the game might just literally be hitting next turn until the end, because I can't imagine she wants to start a war right now, and everybody else is please locked from declaring war. Or Mansa's friendly locked from declaring war. We might be stuck at 6 wars, which is an insanely low total, but just about the lowest we've ever seen. Yeah, unless spy shenanigans drop somebody out of pleased, it's not going to happen. The United Nations should finish any... Well, never mind. It's being built in a very weak city over there. So I guess it might actually end up getting built here by Elizabeth. Although that actually is going to slow her culture down slightly because she's building a wonder instead of building research. Why is she building building a guided missile? Oh, well. She should probably just keep all the cities locked on research builds because it's not like she's in any danger here. Anyway. So this city never actually did end up flipping, and I do think that that's significant that this was held by Mansa. Yeah, Liz is also building the UN. Again, I'm pretty sure the vote just gets split in the UN. As I said, it's probably most noteworthy that she's not building research in her capital, which would just give her a little bit more research power. All right, turn 250. So again, Elizabeth is at about 2,000 beakers per turn because she took a couple cities off research. She's building like the Three Gorges Dam. She's building mostly airports. Good luck. Fortunately for her, she's not losing too many tiles to Mansa's insane culture. Mansa is 76 turns, so he's around, I'd say turn 315-ish to 320 because he'll probably be able to drop that a little bit. I think that Liz can get the spaceship there first, but I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be close. Now, she is researching advanced flight, which is an optional tech, but she doesn't have that many more. The only one she still needs to research, you can skip fission because you can get to ecology this way. She needs to do composites. She needs satellites. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She needs 9 more techs. Can she do that and launch the spaceship and have it arrive in 75-ish turns? Probably. Lacom, if it hasn't flipped by now, it's not going to flip. It would have needed to flip by now. It's not going to happen. So it really is just going to come down to culture versus space here. If Elizabeth wins this game, then I will score decently. If Mansa wins, I am not going to score particularly decently. Oh, Kumbi Salah. Yeah, I've been checking in on that. It's still at 73 turns. That's why I said I anticipate like turn 315-ish to turn 320. I'm pretty sure that's the third city. Or wait. Oh, wait. No, is now the third city. Hold on. Where's Wait. Timbuktu, Dejene, Where is Where is that city? Oh, up here. Okay. Okay, well, this is noticeable. Okay, this is fat. Oh, wow. Look at this city. Holy cow. Okay, well, I was wrong. This city, this is going to make it a lot tighter because this is definitely a faster city. Wow. This one's, oh, this is definitely closer here. Gotcha. That's going to make it a lot tighter in terms of who can get across the finish line faster. Definitely going to be a lot. He probably did culture bomb it. Culture crush on the old Mayan capital. This city should be fine. It actually is dominant Mansa Musa culture. Interesting that Mansa chose to stop his research on an assembly line instead of... Okay, so we're going to have an election, but again, I expect the vote will be split. So frequently the AIs will turn on the slider on plastics. I think if Mansa had stopped to take the time to research the plastics, he wouldn't have any chance to win. But for some reason, he decided to stop on assembly line, which is kind of an odd place to stop. Oftentimes, like, you would think it would be worthwhile to pick up biology so you could run more specialists. But no. Okay, so is apparently the... So look at poor Gepid is getting crushed by culture there. All right, so Mansa got the most votes. He got Hammurabi's, and he got Hammurabi and Lincoln's votes. Okay, now if they both vote for him, then that would be great. But Hammurabi's not going to vote for him in the UN. Hammurabi's only +2 with him. I'm a little surprised that Hammurabi voted for him over Elizabeth, but just because it's +2 and +3, not a huge difference. Yeah, Hammurabi's not going to vote for him at +2. Hammurabi's actually not that far from dropping out of pleased with him. Closed borders, defensive pacts, spying shenanigans causing some issues there. Don't see a holy city culturally crushed every day. Yeah, that's true. That's true. This poor city. I mean, this city's got 3,600 culture, but it still doesn't really matter. It's fortunate for Elizabeth that her core cities are far enough away. Now, why is she building military in her cities right now? I can't imagine that she's... Like, why is she building destroyers and gunships? Seems a little bit odd. Well, it really comes down to how fast she can get through the back half of the tech tree here. As opposed to how quickly Mansa can get out of here by culture. I mean, I want to point out that Liz is building spaceship parts, and it's only like turn 250. Both of their economies are absolutely wild in this game. Both of them are pretty crazy. In case the Observer Civ sends tanks, and now she's building the internet. Okay. Three Gorges Dam is certainly a handy one. Alright, so he is researching the laser, which is an optional tech. Has definitely taken the bait on some of these optional techs. Like advanced flight and the laser, both are not needed to launch the spaceship. I don't know why she's taking these military techs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She still needs 7 more techs. Starting to look a little bit more dicey in comparison to this city, which is only 50 more turns from now. Starting to look a little bit dicier that she can get that many techs done and launch the spaceship and have it arrive before the culture victory hits. As I said, she's definitely not making the best choices here on some of these. It obviously doesn't help that she basically lost a full city over here. And if this city had not if this city had culturally flipped, that might have been a difference maker too. The internet literally does nothing. It's completely useless. Building research would be a lot more effective for her. Also just incorporated cereal mills. Okay, well, everybody goes to uni suffrage, so it doesn't really do a whole lot, I don't think. I don't suppose that does much to... Yeah, this city I think was already in. Yeah, this city is still looking about the same. So, still doing that countdown. It's a little bit early, hitting a little bit earlier than I thought because I was looking at the wrong city. That city of has just like a cottage on every single tile. And Elizabeth's now researching fission, which she also does not need to research to launch the spaceship. So she's definitely not making the best choices here in terms of the techs to go for. As I said, she could have skipped over fission. Now, it does discount ecology, but she still could have avoided this tech. We'll see if she goes for the stealth poison pill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more techs. So she needs to finish those techs, finish the spaceship, and then have the spaceship arrive. That is starting to look like it's a little bit tougher to do. No, you need fission for fusion? Okay, sorry about that. My mistake. I thought that was optional, but I trust you guys that it's needed. But overall, by the way, this city got up to size 21. That's pretty funny. We really are just clicking next turn and waiting to see which is going to hit first. Spaceship victory or cultural victory. Robotics is optional. That's true. That's true. Robotics is optional. AI almost always researches it, though. Boy, she's really grabbing a lot of corporations here. I don't know that she really needs these corporations. Too bad the corporations mostly don't give you more research. Okay, everybody's going emancipation. I think most people were already in emancipation. She's going for fusion at an early date. That's actually good. If we're talking mostly about Elizabeth, it's because Mansa Musa's not doing anything other than just waiting for culture to build up. 45 turns. Fusion's good for the AI to go for early because the engines are hard to build. Yeah, they have trouble with the engines. So she'll finish this. Now she just needs composites, ecology, superconductors, genetics. That's only 4 more techs. But she'll probably go for robotics as well. It's going to be close here. It's legitimately going to be quite close here. At least I'm going to be relatively close on the finishing date. Are corps even worthwhile on a deity game as a human? They can be. They can be. They do provide a lot of additional yields. All right, yeah, we're looking at about a turn 310 ending for culture. Yes, Timbuktu and Dejene are about to go legendary already, and we're on turn 270. But we're looking at about a turn 310-ish finish. So that's what Liz has to try to beat with her spaceship. Fusion and robotics are the 2 most expensive techs in the game. They're tied. They're both the most expensive tech. They have the same cost. Elizabeth did not manage to finish that fusion that turn. She does need another golden age would be really big for her if she could get it. Yeah, another golden age might be enough. Well, she just got a great engineer. I wonder if she has any great people to pair with that. I don't know. I have no idea if she has like great people to pair with that or not. A very peaceful game. Still pretty interesting because of how close these victory conditions are. I do think that a late golden age would be a big deal. Okay, global free religion is kind of interesting. There's our first legendary city on turn 273 as Elizabeth finishes yet another. She finished another corporation and the internet, which is useless for her, but she's going to have the engines done at least early. Oh, she went robotics. That's a that might be enough to seal it for Mansa as someone who has Mansa in second place. That's a lengthy detour when she still needs 4 more techs. I think if she goes stealth on one of these next couple picks, that might be enough to end it. She's really gone out of her way to pick all the optional techs instead of just launching the spaceship. But there's still time. It's still close. All right, free religion. The only thing that changes is Hammurabi's now free religion, but it doesn't. Nobody else was in religion anyway. Everyone else was already in free religion, so it doesn't seem to have affected much of anything. Again, literally the only... Oh, I guess it does just this. Mansa could now declare war on Hammurabi. I can't imagine that he would while he's going for a cultural victory, but he could. Similar for Elizabeth. She could also, but no. They're all content just to keep teching along. No Diplo victory has been called yet, but as I said, I'm pretty sure Mansa doesn't have enough pop to win, even if Lincoln votes for him. So we're really just watching this little number of turns left on England countdown here. Just if you want Elizabeth to win, you better hope she doesn't pick stealth. That's like the one tech you don't want to see her pick is stealth, because that's the other optional one. And that cultural victory is counting down for sure. All right. Well, she went for composites. She's also, for some God knows what reason, running 70% on the slider so she can upgrade more units. I guess she's upgrading all her infantry to mechs, but like that is not relevant at this stage of the game. What are we looking at right now? 32 more turns. Yeah, it's a turn 310 right now. Probably will finish a turn or 2 faster than that. I just don't know that Lizzie can get the spaceship done that fast. She really doesn't need many more techs, but Still needs, what, 4 more? She absolutely cannot afford to waste any time going for stealth. She has to get these last 3 techs after composites and then get the spaceship parts out. It's still going to be close. No, composites in 4 is because she's upgrading units. She's upgrading all her units to mechs right now. That's why it's slower. See, she turned the slider... Well, she will turn the slider back on in a turn or 2. But that's why. Yeah, she definitely needs armored personnel characters. I mean, she has a lot of units running around. But it's pretty clear that it seems... I mean, we had almost 100 turns since the last war ended. Been a very, very peaceful game. A very fast game. I hope those of you who had your picks in, you went for a fast game. And a game with not a lot of wars in it. All right, so yeah, 28 turns. We're still on turn 310 for this game to be over. And there it is. That's... I think that's game over. Elizabeth just... She just had to pick all of the military techs. I don't quite understand why someone who has such peaceful tech preferences decided to literally pick every single military tech at the end of the game. I really think she could have won this game, but she was like, no, advanced flight, no, laser, no, stealth, no, robotics. It's like, could you just literally research the spaceship techs and win the game? Yeah, I think that's going to seal it for Mansa. That is a 4-turn delay she can't afford. And once she finishes that tech, she's going to upgrade all her units into the stealth bombers that she isn't using. I think it's still close, but I think that swings it. I really do. I think that is enough to actually swing the game. Just a delay of 4 additional turns. I think that's going to be the difference. Maybe. Civic and Colors still think it's really close. Maybe. I mean, remember the AI does have to build the parts. I mean, she's going to have the space elevator, so that'll help. At least for Lizzie's sake, there is literally no other tech she can research at this point. She has to research the spaceship techs now. No, they really don't prioritize the spaceship. They just kind of, if they have the parts available, they'll build them. As Mansa wins the vote there. If they have the parts available, they build them, but they do not prioritize going for the spaceship. They don't. So is 28 turns. Wait, what happened here? Wait, why did slow down? Something happened. He's building wealth, not culture. Oh, he's Mansa swipped over to building wealth. That's 315 now. Wait a minute. What's this? Why is he building wealth? Mansa has... What is he doing? Well, that slows down, but don't forget Mansa could also get a great... he could also get a great artist that could always lower that time, too. Okay, now flipped back to culture. I don't know what was going on there for 1 turn. Did cost him 1 turn, though, off the finishing date. So we're turn 311. And again, it's just like the margins are so narrow here. It's really... Even just like 1 or 2 turns of not running culture could make the difference here. All right. So it's picking up the thrusters now. At least Elizabeth was smart enough to go for superconductors before ecology, because there are 5 thrusters you have to build. And she will have the space elevator to help knock them out a little bit more quickly, because it just takes a little bit longer to build them. If you research that as like the last tech, it can take a little while. Just like if you do the casings last, it can take a little bit. So yeah, she needs... Is she building all the thrusters, just out of curiosity? 1, 2, 3. I only see her building 3 of the thrusters. Why is she building a stealth destroyer? Well, she'll probably queue them up in, like, London will probably build one. Coventry will probably build one as soon as they get their current builds done, I'd imagine. All right, so she's on ecology. Oh, Mansa, the late golden age. The late golden age to accelerate. The late golden age. Oh, wow. To shave a turn or 2 off. 17 turns. Man, this is still pretty close. But the problem is Liz has only 7 turns left before it hits. Yeah. So she has to get the parts built and finish researching the text and get the parts built in the next 7 turns. I don't think that's enough. I think that golden age might have done it. We said a late golden age from Elizabeth might have been enough, but she didn't have another golden age here. All right, she's researching ecology. Well, she just needs genetics, and then she just needs the last 2 parts. Just not sure if... I just don't think she can quite get it done fast enough. It's really close. Like, it's within a couple of turns either way. Again, the UN stuff is irrelevant at this point. So she just needs to finish... How many thrusters does she still need? She needs 3 more thrusters. There's 1 under production here. Well, if she can't speed this up more than 7 turns, that is not going to get it done. If she can't speed that up, that's not going to get it done. She's got the life support being built. Like, why? I don't know. The prioritization of some of the spaceship parts is not great. Mansa could swap to wealth, it's true. But, I mean, at some point, there's just... You can't really stop at some point. We're looking at 307 here. She still needs another thruster, doesn't she? Yeah, she still needs another thruster, too. Unless she's building one somewhere else that I'm not seeing. Because this city will... Oh, no, never mind. She finishes those in 3 turns. Finishes genetic in 3 turns. Mansa could turn off the slider after assembly line. It's possible. I guess that is theoretically possible. I think that if Liz had not researched every optional tech under the sun, she actually would have won this. But I think she's just short. I think she's literally like 2 turns short. Okay. She got a great engineer. It's a little bit late. If she had a golden age planned, it's a little late for that now. So she needs to finish the... She has everything built except 1 thruster and then the stasis chamber. But needs 12. I don't think she can get the part built in 2 turns. I don't think. She has a great engineer, but unfortunately you can't rush spaceship parts with great engineer. Yeah, she's going to have a turn... I think she literally has like a turn 308 or turn 309 spaceship. Yeah, 3 turns. 3 turns. She'll finish on turn 308 or 309. But Mansa's golden age was just enough. Without the golden age, Mansa doesn't... Oh, but you know, his golden age is going to come to an end, right? His golden age is going to end in a couple turns. Yeah, his golden age is going to drop. And that'll drop him down a couple turns. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, gonna be close. Again. Very, very close. So she launches in 2 turns. And Mansa's golden age has ended. Okay. Oh my god. This could literally be same turn. This could literally be same turn. Because this is 12 turns. And then this launches in 2 turns. This could literally be the same turn. I actually don't know how this is coded in the game as far as how that works. Mansa's first in turn order, but I'm not convinced that that's how it processes. I'm not sure how it works if it's a tie. I literally don't know. I think it comes down to which... I honestly don't know how it works. I think this is going to be same turn. I guess we'll find out, because this is going to launch on turn 299. Wait, stopped. He started building a factory. He started building a factory. What? What? He started building a factory. Oh my god. Mansa. I have to take 2 screenshots of this. One of... What is he doing? It's because he finished... Oh my god. It's because he finished assembly line. He finished assembly line after 90 turns researching it, and the AI goes, oh, I finished assembly line. I better build a factory in all my cities. Oh my god. That's unbelievable. Myth actually had it in the chat. Myth said it earlier. He might actually get thrown when he finishes assembly line. That's unbelievable. He was researching that tech for 90 turns. Unbelievable. Wow. Is Earth still his 3rd city? It definitely is. It definitely is. That's incredible. I think that Lizzie wins. I think Lizzie wins. No, Manta is 12 more turns. Liz is only 10 more turns. He has infinite money too. I think that swings it. Because even if he goes back to building culture after that, well, it's not over yet. Manta could get a great artist. Manta could get a great artist. He could get a great artist here. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. I don't know if there's an easy way to check. I don't know if there's an easy way to check what cities might be close to popping a great artist. I don't know. Oh, he actually, wait, what? He turned off the slider entirely. He turned off the slider completely, you guys. It's now reading 32 turns, but he still could get a great artist. He still could get a great artist, at which point he wins the game. Is he plotting war against somebody? What is he doing? Is Liz plotting war? Sometimes the AI goes into a... Oh, Lizzie is plotting war. Sometimes with the AI, once they achieve a victory condition, they start plotting war. So she is apparently going to attack Hammurabi in the near future. It all comes down to whether or not he pops a great artist in the next, 9 turns? It could still happen. It's still possible. But yeah, Manta went into research mode. God, this is such a weird ending to this game. Someone said he did just pop a great artist. Did it? I didn't see it in the log. I didn't see any recent great artist. He popped I don't see a great artist anywhere in the log. He would have detonated it by now. Oh wait, he did get one. Okay. I was looking at the wrong text. Okay. Now is he gonna... But wait, wouldn't he have used it already? It was in Timbuktu. Hold on, we gotta go to domestics. Did he use it? Or is it on its way up to Timbuktu? Is it in the city? That was like 3 turns ago. Wouldn't he have used it if he was going to? Or did he use it somewhere else? Did he culture bomb some other city? He might have. I don't know. It's really hard to tell what the AI did with one great person. I'm going to assume that he would have used it, though. If it was going to, I would have assumed he would have used it by now. And don't great people show up as domestics? Don't great people show up on the domestics if you have one? So, like, wouldn't it show up somewhere? Does he have it in this city? No. I don't know. I feel like we would have seen it by now if he was going to use it. Oh, check the culture graph. That's a great suggestion for how to see if he culture bombed somewhere. No, he didn't. Oh, people are saying it was at 43 and it's at 48, so maybe he did use it. I think you guys are right. I think he did use it, but then he turned off the slider completely. Oh my god, why did he turn off the slider? Mansa, what were you... Wow, this is so close. When does Elizabeth's spaceship arrive anyway? 18, so 7 more turns. So it is a 308. So if he gets another great... He still might get another great artist, though. Maybe... Yeah, it looks like he maybe did bomb it and it wasn't enough. I think that's maybe what happened. So many twists and turns in this game. Considering we haven't had any conflict for 130 turns... A lot of twists and turns here. All right, he turned it back on again, you guys. He turned the slider back on. Oh, he's 3 turns away. Oh, my God. He turned the slider back on. He's 3 turns away. I think he's got it now. Because Liz has turned 308, I think. He turned it back on again. Oh, my God. So many twists and turns. He's playing with us. So I think the great artist actually, I think he did bomb this city, and I think he would not have won without that. Well, Liz is not plotting against him. I think she's plotting against Hammurabi. Oh, poor Lizzie. How close can you possibly be in this game without actually... She's 4 turns... Yeah, she's 308. Spaceship 308, but I think he wins 306 on here. Wow. Mansa just toying with our emotions in this game. How many things did this come down to? Mansa birthing a great late artist. Elizabeth researching every single tech that she didn't needed. Unbelievable how close this game was. It's literally a 2-turn difference. Wow. Yeah, I think that's it, though. I think that's it. because I mean, there's no way to stop this. Even if he turns off the slider right now, he's got this. It's 306 and she's 308. If Liz had skipped any one of those techs, she would have won. Stealth literally swung, or if Manta does not pop that arts, because he definitely bombed the city, right? He does not win this if he doesn't culture bomb this city. It definitely was that. So anyway, that's that. Manta still pulls it out. So all of you who picked Manta are in fact going to score the points remarkably. That's it. GG. I feel so bad. My Manta for second pick was so close. But no, Manta does end up winning. That's incredible. He still won, yeah. And you know, skipping stealth is pretty common, especially because Liz, she actually has very peaceful tech preferences, and stealth is like purely a military tech. So I'm actually kind of surprised that she went for that and went for it so quickly. But I guess Manta Lizzie was the correct pick. Yeah, I guess that was the correct pick in this one. All right, turn 306, beating a turn 308, victory from Elizabeth. Wow, so close. Oh, man. I was so close. Shouldn't have been on Pakal, apparently. Wow, what a close game. I mean, all this game really comes down to is just Pakal just falls apart. Like, that's what swung the game. I really think everything was set up for him. He converted Lincoln and Elizabeth to his religion. I mean, his start is incredible. Everything is set up for him here, except he just goes into plotting war mode way too early and executes one of the most disastrous attacks I've ever seen against Hammurabi. I mean, it's hard to overstate how badly he misplayed this. And then, I mean, obviously Gilgamesh has no chance if Pakal is not strong. In order for Gilgamesh to do anything, he needs Pakal to overrun Hammurabi or Elizabeth. And then once that happens, it just turns into the research fest between Mansa Musa and Elizabeth, which Mansa barely manages to win. So, yeah, just... and then in the end, you saw the absolute smallest things swung that game. Mansa getting a late golden age, Elizabeth not getting a late golden age, Mansa getting a great artist a few turns before the end, and Elizabeth picking a bad route through the tech tree. It literally came down to the smallest of things at the end of the game. But you see just what a ridiculously fast game this was in terms of the timer. I mean, it's turn 306 for culture. And we were about to have a turn 308 spaceship, which is any spaceship that's down around turn 300 is insanely fast. And it's not like Elizabeth even had that much territory. She only had a medium amount of territory in this game. What a game. Yeah. Yeah, no, Elizabeth was really competitive. She was right there with Mansa the whole game. I feel kind of bad for her. Obviously, I was rooting for my picks for Elizabeth to get the victory because that would have been fun. But kudos to everybody who picked Mansa. He definitely outplayed Pakal by a very wide margin in this game. I will be curious what happens in alternate histories. I know there's going to be interest in this one. Like, was Pakal really that doomed, or did he just really misplay this start? I have no idea. Pakal, but he started war plotting way too early when he should have just peacefully expanded. And if he had just stayed peaceful, I think he has a really good chance to win this game, but it was not to be. So GG.